Keep all this stuff. Heavy is the head. I see the boat throwing. I'm too full with it. I gotta keep going. Kobe with the wins. You niggas just Ginobili. You winning only cause of me. Let's keep the ball rolling. No disrespect, Slim. Where is your check, Slim?
Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I'm, of course, your host, at Me Was Here, and we got a great one for you today.
Yeah.
I'm going to let my co-host, Chaz, introduce himself. We're going to get to our guest, starting with G, and then we're going to get right into it, Chaz.
Yo, peace, family. We back for another week, another blessing, man. I want to thank the brothers who's here. Chaz DL. I'm just excited and ready to get into this discussion this evening. So, without further ado, G, please.
What's up, everybody? I am G Long the Don, aka the Slick Nerd. I'm an artist / anime enthusiast / content creator. Because that's what you gotta be an artist. You feel me? I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I've been rapping since I was 12 years old. Prior to that, was doing poetry. And thank you for having me here. You feel me? I'm happy to see what we're going to talk about this evening.
Yeah, we happy to have you back. We had G on here once before. Some might say a controversial episode, but certainly we love those who have their own way of thinking, right? Like that's what makes people special. So we're gonna get into how special he is tonight. Mo, let's go.
Well, I'm a G too. Here we go. Mo Betta, man. Rapper, battle rapper, philanthropist. I don't have a whole lot to say about myself though. So it's on you.
Bobby.
Okay. I am unmasked on this episode, kind of, sort of. But my name is Bobby Sage. I'm also a free slave because I am the founder of my clothing brand, Free Slave. So I'm a fashion designer. I'm a model. I'm an actor. I'm a photographer. I am everything that you wish you could be, or at least try to be. A little bit about me. I am a native of Washington, D.C. from Northwest. Been around the Maryland area, been around 804 area. So shout outs to all my peoples out in 804. And yeah, I'm just striving to do bigger and better things. So yeah, I'm glad to be back.
That was a hell of an introduction.
It's a renaissance, man.
Not for real. For real. I remember that used to be like so much of like our culture though, is people who could do a million different things and do them very well. So I love that about Bobby, and I think that's what makes him special. So shout out to Bobby. I'm so happy to have you here. And especially because I owe Bobby an episode.
Oh yeah, that was a controversy.
Yeah, like I took a couple months off, and like Bobby's episodes was one of the ones that kind of like fell into that time period. I think maybe I was trying to get Mo around that period. I don't know if I had reached out, but we owed him one. So I'm happy to have him back today. And as a matter of fact, we want to get into all of you guys. I think this show is where we want to give you your flowers. And to remind you of how special you are, you know what I'm saying, and all the things that you've done and accomplished. But like Mo, like you really underselling it, bro. Like, and you know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to, we're not gonna embarrass you or nothing like that. Like, not right now. We got like an hour and a half to do that. But like really, like, you know, like I have so much love for you. And I have had, you can't watch a person like maneuver in a space for like a decade and not believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a long time to fake who you are. And
I've been scamming these people.
This
for a
nigga
decade
is
and a
not,
half,
listen,
bro.
like make no mistake, like this nigga is not the talented Mr. Ripley. Like it's no way he doing it for that long. So like knowing Mo for as long as I have and really watching him have a hand and giving back and giving to these kids and really like reminding the people of our community or like somebody care about you, right? And also giving people hope, a little giveaway here and there. Like you invest, we invest, like I'm investing in you, you investing in me, we growing like that. So I am just so happy to have you here. I think you're a great balance for the show today for sure. Cause Bobby's a little off the wall, you know what I'm saying? Like G's a little, what's the word I want to use? Nah, like I want to be like accurate, you know what I'm saying, when I describe G. I think G is what we might call a contrarian. And I think that there's value in that particular stance or position. But like we want to discuss it.
Discussion.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he gonna disagree?
We want to discuss it. You need one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Mo is just a person who cares about people, so he gonna keep it 100 with you. He like, you know what I'm saying, like your favorite uncle. Like, listen, like nigga, you asked me, but like he ain't gonna lie to you, and he gonna try to deliver that in love. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know Mo a long time, man, and I got a lot of respect for Mo, and I got a lot of love for him. So we want to get into everybody's journey today. But I think like on behalf of a city that's grateful for it, like Mo, we gonna start with yours.
Yep.
Alrighty. All right, so my journey. So first of all, the journey started with me hearing differently, like with the rap. If I wasn't the rapper first, I could have never been a philanthropist. Like it would not have worked in any other way. So when you were talking and you said we owed him one, right? You know, I heard about Lamar Odom winning a game. Like I heard Odom won. Like I do not hear the way people hear at all. Like I know what y'all heard, but the way I hear it is a double entendre off the break. So I think like when Rap High started was me reciting somebody else's lyrics. So like Tupac, All Eyes on Me, this one, track 11, Trading War Stories. I recited the whole verse like I wrote it with the same energy and passion and everything. Prior to that, I think I wrote a couple of poems. The first one, I think my grandfather had died. So this is like 96. I was 14. And I was getting in a whole bunch of trouble, getting suspended left and right at school. Probably too smart for my own good. Like, I don't need the teacher to read the book to me. I can read myself. You know what I'm saying? So I put that poem in the back of my notebook. And I ain't get suspended ever again. Like, I was locked in and focused. The poem was called Black on Track, right? And like, I wrote Black on Track going down the page and wrote off those letters. And I was like, it was creative off the break. So I had showed my mother the first two poems I wrote. And then she go in the closet and pull out like shoe boxes of poems she wrote in college. And I'm like, who knew you did that? Like, this is where this comes from. So she had entered it in a contest and I won. And so I have a poem in a book called Tears of Fire in the Library of Congress that I never cared to go get to look up. Like I have, like that's why you said I'm underselling it. I've been that way my whole life. Like I don't care.
I want to interrupt you for 1 second, then I'm gonna let you go ahead. That was like Jay-Z, the Dynasty level intro shit. It really was like almost like a Chappelle joke where like he does a 2-hour segment and like the plot line at the end is like exactly what he told you he would do like 2 hours ago. It was really good. I just want you to notice. I peeped that. But go ahead.
It wasn't even intentional. Like
that's what I'm saying. He
like,
didn't
I have not cared that long. Like I get cursed out a lot. It's like, why you ain't taking rap serious? You ain't want to do it. And like with battle rap, it allowed me to in the moment be arrogant. Like I'm better than everybody. Like I walked in Pure Lounge and say I'm better than everybody in here, even though the person hosting it was a rapper. Like they is offended too. And like I would kind of almost cheat. Like I would have $1,000 in cash on me. And I was like, I got $1,000. Anybody think they better than me? Now, this is how it's the cheat code. Most of the room don't battle rap. Right. 3 or 4 of them do. They don't have $1,000 on them. Then the one that does, all I got to do is beat him. I beat the whole room just by beating him. Because no one else stepped up. For whatever their reason. They don't battle rap. They don't have the money. So now I'm who I said I am. You know what I'm saying? Then the moment I'm done, oh, Mo, you crushed that, blah, blah. I ain't Mo no more. I'm Maurice. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, for real. When I said this, man, I wish I'd have thought to say this. It's, you know, it's like I'm so mad that I didn't do better than whatever I did. But so back to being a badass in school. I can cuss, right? This podcast.
A little bit.
All right, because
try to limit.
I'm gonna try to limit it. It's because I have you making the old man hold the mic. But, so in school, I used to get suspended so much, and my mother would send me what she thought was a punishment to go work with my dad doing roofing. So I'm 14, 15 years old, getting $100 a day tax free, and my dad's still paying for lunch. Like I ain't breaking the 100 at all. So my mother don't know I got it, and I live with her. So I have to spend it at school. So, oh, you cute? You want some Rice Krispie treats out the vending machine? Oh, this my man from around the way. Like, bro, we going to the Isle of Colin. I never had school lunch a day in my life. I don't even know what it tastes like. It looked horrible. I feel bad for y'all. Shout out to everybody that had the lunch ticket. It wasn't me. So I started giving out of, I had no other option. So then it just became second nature. You know what I'm saying? So later in life, it's like, oh, this person hungry. All right, bro, let's go eat. You know what I'm saying? Or it might have even been from both of my parents in two different ways. Like, so my mother's from South Carolina. So it's God, family, religion.
Right.
I'm sorry, God, family, education. In that order too. And just her having me in church, you hear God loves a cheerful giver and it's better to give than to receive. So that's just being drilled in your head.
For sure.
It's not necessarily that I'm watching her give back in the manner of going to buy stuff and giving it away. Then my dad, so there was a story, I was with him, I'm suspended, we're doing a roof. And it's the company he worked with, so it's like 4 of us. Okay. And we uptown somewhere, and they send me like to the corner store to get like some sandwiches from the little deli spot. There's a guy outside of it, and he asking for money. And I probably bought him a sandwich, but I feel like, I don't know if I took too long or what was happening. But anyway, my father ended up coming in, and maybe he wanted something else, and this is prior to cell phones, so he had to come and get it himself. And the same guy asked him, and I was like, yeah, no, I just bought him something to eat or whatever. And he was like, I don't care about that. He was like, do you want to make some money? So for the next 2 days, we was working at that house on that street. So the guy worked with us. So after that first night, I come home from the open mic. I'm at the Legend. I get home 1 o'clock in the morning. The dude sleep on our porch. It's like a little bench right there in the front door, wide open. This how crazy my father. This is why I'm not scared of nothing, right? I'm like, bro, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We in Capitol Heights. Like, why is the front door open like this, right? So my father sleep on the other side of the door on the couch. He not in his bed. And I realized later that he left the door open in case Cuz had to go to the bathroom. He's sleeping at our house because we need to know where he is for the next day so he can work. The dude ended up working with us for like 6 months. So this the type of giving I seen. And you know how like we had the time where everybody was on their support Black businesses.
Yeah, for sure.
Without him ever saying it, he did it. Like, I don't think my father's ever been, except for me asking to go to McDonald's or Wendy's, whatever. Like, I've never seen him go get it himself. Like, he always went to the Stadium Armory with the food trucks was at. He pulled over to the guy with the rib truck on the highway. He went to Eastern Market, bought the Danishes and stuff. So I'm just like, it's just what I seen growing up. Then I have an older sister. So she more materialistic than me. So it's like she always she worked. She worked. She had money, but it's like, let me borrow $20. Let me have this. And I'm knowing I'm never gonna see it again. So I just got used to giving money. Right. That's why I don't care nothing about money now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got to where I'm at.
Wow. Chappelle joke. I said it. Like, that was perfect. G, let's hear it.
All right. So again, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I am an artist. Hip hop is my genre. That's like something that I'm in love with the culture of it, from sampling down to graffiti to dancing. It's just the form of expression. And that's why I love it the most, really. And the more you do it, the better you become at it. And like my man Bobby Sage said, you know, you gotta have that confidence. Like you said, you gotta have that confidence, especially as an artist. And I feel like I've gained that through just constantly doing it. And then not comparing myself to other people, but you have to look at the landscape as a whole, you know, because you have some artists say, well, I don't listen to nobody, or they only listen to themselves. And when you really,
they are lying, bro.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
You say it though.
Yeah, they say it. It's like, you know, it's arrogance, it's pride, you know what I'm saying? But being a rapper specifically, you gotta kind of have that. Because if not, who's gonna believe anything that you're saying? You know? And really, we're gonna come back to that though, about like where music is now, because I correlate the decline in the quality of music to people not being able to read. And when I say read, not words, but actually comprehend literacy, and that's just, you know what I'm saying. That's just me being real.
So you saying niggas dumb?
In so many words, I mean,
correlation.
you know. So I think it's like it's a direct impact on the quality of music. Also, a lot of people don't realize is that hip hop was never really supposed to be a popular thing. It was supposed to be a niche thing, and we just let any and everybody in. They hoard it out, and now nobody don't want it no more. It's ran through. So it's like, all right, what's the next thing? And then you know what I'm saying? Like
what an analogy.
But as far as just me being around in the community, especially in Baltimore, because it's very hard for the underground there. I think a lot of people are for self, and they have this, because social media is a part of that too. Everybody had this idea where likes and views equate tangible people or money.
Exactly.
And it's a disconnect right there.
A lot of people finding that out the hard way.
Yeah. So, and you gotta be able to sell yourself. You gotta be likable, and finally, you have to have good music in general, and just be good at what you do. Well, to the point where, as though if somebody doesn't like your specific music, they respect what you do. You know what I'm saying? So, and just being here and just the things that I've learned over the course of time, and seeing how the dynamics of hip hop has changed from tapes to CDs to now you only get 0.0082% of a penny per stream. And it's just how valuable is your time? How valuable is your art? You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm at now, as an artist and as a creative, and just being more comfortable with putting myself on camera, being visible, giving takes about things. And because let's be honest, if people still chasing record deals, it's a pipe dream. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you think that?
Yeah, I just think honestly, the things that you can do on your own outweighs what a loan essentially is going to be.
Nah, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can get your credit straight and you get LLC, you go to the bank, you can fund what you want to do. And it's 8 billion people in the world. So if you build your community of people that trust you as an artist or a creator, and then when you drop stuff, they're willing to buy you, giving them something tangible, because a video can go by. You know what I'm saying? A song can go by. But if you give them something that remember you by, and also visibility. So that's just, and that's what I'm dealing with certain people that I know. Because a lot of people I don't do social media like that, because we millennials. So it's like we grew up in that gray area where it's like, well, I'm not going to do TikTok, but then it's people making money off that. Right. Well, I'm not going to do, certain type of beats, but it's people making money off of it, So I'm sorry for rambling, but that's just, yeah. And I'm just, this next year is just the plan to just be more visible and honestly build outward, and kind of like my passion is anime. Like, I love anime, video games, and especially the Black people that are in that culture. It's a good feeling when you go to a convention or you go to kind of one of these shows and you actually see people being themselves without being judged. And that correlates to music as well, because you put your music out there, you being yourself, and you're going to be judged, but the people that rock with you.
Yes, sir.
These are facts.
I kind of want to piggyback off of what you said about hip hop being hoed out. Now, it's a hoe for show now. You can pick that hoe up and you can clean her up, and that'd be your best bitch. That's what I want. I've been holding that on. I've been wanting to say that, because that's, I acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that it's hoed out, but man, clean that hoe up. She'll be your best bottom. I'm just saying. Yeah. You treat, never mind. Let me go ahead.
Places we're going to.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna let y'all get y'all thing off.
We supposed to be hearing about your journey. I thought I had to point that out. Y'all getting passionate over it.
I didn't even have to say it. Like,
I knew where you was going.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right.
Christmas time is revelatory, I'll tell you.
Hello, world. I am Bobby Sage. I am, again, just a I'm a socialite, man. I'm everywhere. You probably see me at parties. You probably see me at your friend's event, whatever, and just be like, "Oh, I know that guy. Oh, that's a familiar face." You damn sure it is. It is me. I do everything that you could think of, or everything that you're trying to do. Born and raised Washington native from the 202 Kennedy Street, Uptown Georgia Ave. I want to speak on something about that. I'm mad. So my great grandparents had a church on Georgia Ave right across the street from Popeyes, where the CVS used to be at. So I'm passing by it. They turned that shit into a bar now. I'm like, what the fuck? So all I gotta say is whoever did that, shame on you. I'm gonna find out who you are. So we're gonna go past that. On my family name. I'm also a fashion designer, et cetera, et cetera. But how this all came about was how I was born. It's like, no, let me stop.
Please, like, run that story 20 years for me, right quick.
Man. Oh, y'all on the day.
Time, like, listen, bro, give me 3 minutes. Like, wrap it up. Like,
I started off in the basement. Fascination from my uncle when he was in his 20s. Just started off in the basement with the do-rag as the pop filter, and they're using the software. As a kid, I'm watching them do that, so I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Dabbled and dabbled a little bit of it, through my adolescent years until I got really serious in like 2017. So when I was 21, I really got serious with it. Now I'm like 29 years old. Now I'm making my own beats. I pretty much don't need no studio. I use my car. I just use my resources that are available to me by the grace of God, along with all the other things, all my other artistic endeavors. So right now, currently, I've just been putting out project to project, and on the 26th, I'll be performing again. I'm trying to just get more performance gigs out here, do more interviews to make sure people know that AI exists. Not AI exists,
That's
but
what I heard.
Yeah. It's coming. That's funny.
You got potential.
But no, that I myself, Bobby Sage, and also my government issued name, Robert Ellis, exists. I'm also a painter, and I use my government name for that because when I die, I want y'all to just not know that Bobby Sage exists and be like, who the fuck is Robert Ellis? He is also me, and me is also him. So I think I'm done on that. Yeah.
that was beautiful. Like,
all right, Mia, weave this up for me real quick.
all right, so yeah, so I do think concerning the format of the show, right? Every guest that comes on here, the guest that will be coming onto the panel on January 25th, make sure y'all RSVP for that. Ask about, like, what are the questions going to be, right? That's always the thing that comes up. Like, what are we talking about? And we very rarely like give out the level of that information before, mostly so that the conversation can just kind of flow. But I think direction is always important, right? So
I actually never want to know the questions of the rest.
yeah, and you
I
can
also can freestyle.
Yeah, I was about to say
exactly,
freestyle. Yeah.
exactly, and one of the best I've ever heard at it, by the way.
Thank you.
But I do think that there is a similitude between all of you, right? Because I feel like you all represent like sort of the beginning, the middle, and the end, not in a literal way, but in terms of like kind of how you move through the industry. I think you kind of start off as the precocious ingenue and Bobby, who is just like open to exploring the game and is like curious about it and willing to like kind of try anything and like grow and expand in ways that are like outlandish but like have the potential to be genius, right? When we look at the geniuses within our culture, they were always people who thought differently and people who move differently. And it's like, I know you don't see what I'm telling you is coming, but I'm telling you it's coming, right? We believed in Ye because of that very same perspective. And so I think Bobby is special to me in that way, and which is why we wanted to make sure that we got him here. But also I think like as you grow and expand and get more secure in your space of the industry, you move more along the lines of where G is now, where it's just like, I understand the business of it all. Like, I've been looking into this, I've been studying, I've been researching, like I know like where I could go and when. So you mature, right, in your space and in terms of like how you want to grow your creativity, your art, and moving into other things, right? And so it's less precocious, but still an ingenue, right? And then you move into the space of your life where like you've seen it all, you've done it all, and that brings us to Mo. And it's like, well, when you move into like sort of like the latter phases of your life and career where you could still do everything everybody can do, but things are just different for you now. Your real life has changed. And so like now it's like, now there are other things we can do using our art, learning the lessons that our art taught us that benefit our people, right? If you lucky, you get there. You have some people who like grow in their like creative spaces and never look back. And they don't care about anybody, or at least they don't care about the people that, you know, kind of started where they started. It seems further and further away, or they've been hurt by those communities, right? Like community hurt, church hurt. To me, those is like two sides of the same coin, right? A lot of people I know now won't touch a church because like they got hurt by somebody when they walked in those doors. And like, I think it's important to show people love and just be thankful for the fact that like they want to see some change in their life, right? By any means necessary. Like if this way I gotta go to like try to establish some change in my life, this is important, right? That's a person's most vulnerable moment. It's important to get to a place of love. And so like Mo reaching a place of love in terms of like still using his art every day, but just using it to help people in a very specific way. I think like to me, this is what the best of the journey represents. But it's hiccups along the way, right? There's a reason you go from being precocious to just the ingenue, right? You mature. And a lot of times it's some hurt that creates that maturity or detracts from it. So this is why we're here.
I like how she weave it.
Hey,
I do. I like that. That was beautiful. That was poetic.
Y'all
You know?
vocabulary. It's my turn. I'm out there. No, I'm gonna get it out later. Getting the whole clip later.
We ain't putting no limits on where y'all want to take this conversation, right? Remember that we do have a brand to represent, right? Because we growing too, right? So there are boundaries that are needed, right? We only getting into our community. The other spaces and places and people that involve other communities have nothing to do with us right now because they ain't helping us no way, and we see that. So we ain't getting into it.
You're right.
So let me be clear about that today, because you guys are smart. That's also why you're all here today. I don't gotta explain myself, right? Maybe off camera.
Ain't no off camera.
Maybe in the B-roll, right?
Ain't no off camera. Ain't no. I will address. You didn't even say that. That's in my head.
Facts, but you know, like,
Of course.
we got a live event coming up. January 25th. We can't emphasize that enough.
Tell me more about this. I'm not here.
So we really just want to create the conversation that I think you're going to be a big part of today, with people being able to ask questions like right then and right there. I get a lot of DMs, I get a lot of comments about things, and it's like, I think it would be interesting to just kind of have this conversation with our people. Okay. We ain't trying to fill up a stadium. You know what I'm saying? We got a few good folks that's going to come through, have a drink with us. Shout out to Arthur Wheeler Spirits, and you know, just have a good time with us. And I think like there are a lot of questions that I get, and it's like, man, I really wish like I would have thought of that, or that somebody had like kind of dropped that in on an episode that we've already filmed, right? Because mind you, we're talking about this over the course of a week. 4 days, 5 days, 6 days go by before the next show comes out, and you've kind of like already got to move on to something else. And so I think like getting to have the conversation and create like that memory, that footage, in a space where people can like right here, right now, like, nah, this is what I think about that. And really get like the pulse of the community is important. And I think if that's something that people, you know, like, then, you know, we could keep on doing it. So,
so I want to touch on something you had just mentioned when you said about growth, right? So before, I wanted to make you not even want to rap no more. I'm trying to kill you in a battle rap, right? And then now the last 2 verses I wrote were at funerals, for funerals. My grandmother died. I wrote like 60 bars an hour before the funeral. The other day, on Friday, I had to speak at a visual, and I had a migraine for like 3 days, so I couldn't write it. Like I was asked on Wednesday, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try. Migraine, went to sleep. Thursday, still got the migraine. So Friday, I left work a couple hours early, went home, took a shower, laid down, went to sleep. I'm like, I need to get rid of it. Woke up 4:45, started writing. By 5:27, I'm done, and I have to speak at 6. But it's just like, that sucks when you're doing written battle raps, procrastinating like that, because though I'm excited that I can write it in the clutch, trying to memorize it is the
Right.
issue. But it just shows like I wanted to rap before, but now like I'm really content with helping somebody's family grieve or get through something by using them same words. You know what I'm saying? Like it could go from that to maybe later I want to write lines for Hallmark greeting cards or something. Like it's the progression. It's still rhyming. It's still using the gift, but it's a different, you know what I'm saying? So the thing about battle rap I wanted to point out though, my father asked me one time, like somebody had said something about a battle, so I showed him. It was only one round, right? I skipped the opponent because he wasn't that good. And I showed him like my 4 or 5 minutes. And he just looked at me when it was done, and I'm just like, I know I crushed this. Like, you're not about to tell me it wasn't good. But he had a whole question I wasn't prepared for. My freestyle ability left when he asked this question. I had no response. So he said, you know, you do all this community work and building people up and helping everybody, but you tearing everybody down in the battle rap. And I'm just like, I'm looking at, I wanted to cuss at him, like, why would you do that? Like, bro, now I don't want to back. Like, what? Like, really? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that team.
But then he died shortly after that. So I was just like,
man,
I don't even want to battle no more, bro. Like, really? You know? Dang. Like, yeah, like you ruined my life, big homie. Like, but I really had no, but but rap was still gonna be there. Like, there was a point one time when I was younger, and I was like 22, 23, and I felt like I was cursing way too much. And I remember telling my ex, I was like, yo, I got chill on all the cussing. I'm just like, man, I'm battle rap, bro. Like I freestyle battle rap at that. Like I'm gonna curse, right? So it's like 4:00 in the morning. It's a Sunday, and I'm just like, all right. So what am I gonna do with this gift? Because me not cursing might lead to me not rapping. Because I ain't Will Smith with it, but I'm like, so I'm in church a few hours later, and the preacher's daughter came in the pulpit and said that they were going to start a hip hop choir for the kids, and if anybody could help them write raps. I looked up like loud as I know in the church too. I'm talking about doing this. You play too much. like I literally said, my girl looked at me. She was like, "What?" I was like, "Nothing. I'll tell you later." You know what I'm saying? But like that hip hop choir when it started had 150 kids in it.
Wow.
But the parents stopped bringing them eventually because the rehearsals are like after school on at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. Now the Saturday rehearsal, 11 a.m. to 1, they can go run to Walmart. They can drop them off. We babysit. Like they were there. But so what came from that, I wrote the first rap verse. I don't know if you know him, but his name Uncle John.
Love him.
He was one of the kids.
Wow.
He was 16. The very first rap he was
now we talked to Uncle John. We getting him on here next year.
And I never would have said that, but I found out he was telling people the story. He's like, "Oh, I tell everybody." And
that's crazy.
Like, so when I did the interview for the documentary that they working on, Almost the Awesome joint, they was like, "Yeah, so we hear you the ghostwriter," and I'm just like, who told them what? Like, y'all about to mess the money up for the like, which I know, you know what I'm saying? So
what y'all know is crazy.
Like,
by the way,
because I'm not, I can neither confirm or deny. But
wow.
Yeah, that was just the progression of rap, man.
Wow.
That's insane. Like that's insane. But like when we're talking about the progression of rap, right? What do you think is the biggest difference between like kind of the music that you love versus like shit you're not even willing to show interest in? You know what I mean? Like I'm at the age now where like if I don't like this nigga name, I'm not listening to this.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
So like like little nasty Peabody or like, come on, bro. Like I'm not doing this with y'all. Like I'm serious. Like I'm not gonna play this game with y'all. Like have respect for yourself from the time I see this joint on the cover on TikTok or wherever I found it at.
So what I could say, an assumption might be money and fame versus the love of the game.
Okay, simple.
Like eventually, like, it got to the point where, I can monetize off this. I can make money from this. Oh, this is a viable option for income. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not chase it for what you're chasing it for? Whereas before, we didn't necessarily see money in it. It just, like I said, with me per se, like I wanted to rap better than y'all.
Right.
I didn't want nothing else but to rap better than y'all. I didn't want a record deal. I wanted the streets. To me, the street accolades be meaning more. Like,
Right.
like if you the young and around the way that can hoop, right?
Yeah.
And all the drug dealers keep you away from the streets because you can hoop. But that OG
Right.
that drive that caddy and he low key the kingpin and he tell you something good, like you almost appreciate what he thought about you, like it was your father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was for me. Like if the street saying, "Oh, my man's can rap, he'd kill any of your people." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that meant more than a record deal would have. Because what I've learned over the years, people get record deals and then you get in there and you can't do what you wanted to do.
Facts.
Like
Yeah.
I can't.
A lot of the point behind it is exploitation.
Right. So
Yep.
like, cause at the end of the day, it's a business and they try to make their money back.
100.
You know what I'm saying? So, and if those label heads don't come from what we come from, that environment we come from, they're not looking at it like, oh, I can relate to that song.
Yeah.
They looking at it like, how can I sell that song?
Facts.
Right.
So we got two different interests off the break. That's why it don't work.
Here's the problem though, right? What you're saying is like absolutely like kind of like the base level portion of that argument, right? But then you looking at artists who do sell, right? So we're not talking about motherfuckers on the come up. We talking about
Right.
like artists who are like truly like doing the work and
I got you.
have the numbers.
I got you.
Right.
Even they're not being fairly compensated in a lot of issues.
Oh, with the
in a lot of
streaming, they all
situations.
getting robbed.
So this
They getting robbed.
is why we know that it's about so much more than just making back what you spent on this. It's about greed. And it's about like making as much as possible at the expense of anyone else, which is why it's important to have like kind of like your own privatized little industry behind what you're doing, right? Keep your costs low, have product and merch to sell behind something, make something interesting, make something that's unique to you, something that's not easily replaceable, and then like evolve where necessary.
See that unique to you part. So I just talked to an artist the other day. He's 18. He asked me what advice I would give a new up and coming artist. I said, make a song, make music that means something to you. So if I just broke up with my girl today and I make that song while I'm in the mood, all my passion behind, you could be in a happy 8-year relationship, but you possibly may break up in the future, go back to that song, or that song may be like, you know what, I went through that same thing previously in a relationship. If it means something to you, it means something to somebody else.
Absolutely.
Whereas if you making a song just to make money, like for example, I don't drink, I don't club, I don't dance, but I can write that song.
Right.
I can watch TV, watch a movie. I'm like, all right, they drink at the bar, they dance. Like, you know what happens, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's the money versus meaning something to you.
Right.
And
Go ahead, G.
I also feel like the decline and I'm talking about rap and hip hop specifically, it went down when they stopped doing 3-verse songs. And also when people
with
stopped
16s.
And when people stop writing as well. You
Yeah,
know, because
definitely when
people
people
punch
stop writing.
in. So that's the thing. I've punched them before, but opposed to an actual full thought, you know what I'm saying? Something that it doesn't have an intention anymore besides to make money. You know what I'm saying? So you can pull up a bunch of artists and songs that was hot maybe 2 summers ago, and you be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I forgot about her. You know what I'm saying? But then there's those songs, those albums that stand the test of time because it invokes a certain emotion in you, or whether it's nostalgia, whether it's sadness, happiness, you know what I'm saying? Even down to the superficial songs about music, about clubs and money and everything else, it invokes an emotion like back that ass up. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near Negro spiritual. The way people play that shit in the club. You feel
Even the
me?
thing with that, it's not even necessary. Like even if they making a club song, like that could still stand the test of time because they're telling a story about something they love to do. Like
it's authentic.
It's authentic.
Even back that ass up, it's authentic. That's the reason I hit at the barbecue. It's authentic.
I'm gonna tell you a song that I have no business liking, right? Devin's Reefer and Beer. I don't smoke nor drink, but I believe that Devin smokes and drinks and he loves to do it. You can hear it. So it's the passion in the song, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like you can hear that.
Right.
But here's the thing, right? Just like you can evoke passion in people and have it be 100% legitimate, you can do that and have it be 100% fake. All you need to know how to do is to like evoke emotion. It doesn't always have to be real or authentic, and that's where the problem is coming in. And so I feel like we're at a point where, like, I don't know, like even when something feels real and deep and like honest, it's like, are you kind of sort of like packaging trauma for profit? I feel like
The thing is, are they intentionally doing it? Though?
Exactly.
I don't think
Trauma
they may.
farming.
I can't speak to intention.
They may not,
right? Because you never
intentionally do
know
it.
that.
Yeah,
I
they
can't
may
speak
be
to
doing
intention.
it, but it may not be intentional.
Right. And I respect that it's not intentional. But what we're talking about is whether or not it's happening. We
Yeah,
know it's
well,
happening.
for sure it's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
So
See,
like,
sorry.
you have an industry that sees that notices that, right? You get these 15 to 30-second clips of like all the music you love in a TikTok, or music you never heard of in a TikTok, and now it becomes everyone's favorite song a billion times over. And this person is like having a moment in their life, and then like the next week you want something else, right? It's very much like filler music, like it's microwave age. It moves quick.
Social media
And-
made our attention spans.
Yeah, like our attention spans are super short. So if that is going to be the case and attention spans are short, like that's what record labels need, right? You need something that's going to catch somebody in 5 seconds, right? And we only want to hear what's going to catch us in 5 seconds, because that's what's like making things popular. We can then sell this ad and sync licensing because you don't own none of your masters or your royalties. So I can sell this wherever I would like to. I can put it in all these Netflix movies, even if people are never going to see them. What people don't understand about music that goes in like a Netflix movie or a Peacock movie, something owned by that particular application, is that they also like lease out movies at like large price and do this like third party initiative for other people to put the music in these movies, to own these movies, to distribute them, to get them made, whatever it is. So you have no idea what's happening with like this creative thing that you're putting all of your effort into. Your music is getting thrown into a billion different directions, maybe things that you're not proud of, things that you wouldn't have supported, but you're getting some bread off of it. So you're making a little money, the label making a whole lot of money, and it seems like everybody winning. But like the reality is that like that has gotten so out of control that now it's like, nah, we maneuvering exploitation for profit. Like that's what we on in every way. And that's hitting artists the most. So it creates this music where it's like, no, these people care about their family. They care about their future. Like they trying to make some money. I'm good at this. These songs is going viral. Like I own my music. I ain't signed to no label yet. The world could be mine. I can accomplish anything I want, right? But music moving so quick, it's like even if you get that, how long you gonna be able to have it?
Right.
We're past.
You don't own it,
especially if you don't own it.
Ownership,
especially if you own it. But even if you do own it, I feel like the industry has built it so that like even if you own all your music, stuff moves so fast. Like you better own a whole lot in order to make some money long term off of this.
It's capitalism in overdrive. That's all it is. Capitalism only works until people get greedy. Then that's when it gets out of hand.
My problem is I don't care about the business side of nothing.
A lot of artists don't.
See, like, but I do.
A lot of people end up in that situation because of that.
It probably save you a lot of grief and headaches because when you understand
but that's
that,
why I wouldn't
like,
have pursued it. I know me. You know what I'm saying? I know me.
Facts.
But I also know that I could sell me too. You know what I'm saying? So even if I'm on a label or whatever, like I realize that I can, once I'm known for something, I can sell anything else.
Right.
Once you popular, you should be able to sell anything.
Right.
Which is why I always respect the Master P. Like he ain't the best rapper, but my man, they gave them people's everything from cereal to
noodles,
whatever,
and
chips and all. You know what I'm saying?
Movies,
anything. He just put his face on whatever.
Facts.
Because people want to, I mean, they're fans, and we forget that word is short for fanatic. They want to be a part of everything. That's why, like, I wish more artists would go back to like the vlogs, like the behind the scenes of everything.
Visibility.
People want. So look, if you don't tell them your story, they're gonna go find it on the shade room.
Facts.
So it's better that you give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Let them see the studio session. So imagine you got Mia Sparrow and Mo Betta making a song. This the most popular female, the hottest male rapper. Like I want to see that whole process. I want to see y'all pick the beats. I want to see you come up with the song title. Like I want to see how that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's something you can sell on your own website.
Sure.
Yeah, but like, at what point does that become like the thing that takes over your life, right? Because Kai Cenat recently, right? I think he won an award, Streamer of the Year somewhere, and like had talked about his mental health struggles, right? It's a hard life to like get to a point where people are so interested in you that it's able to fund your entire like existence. But at the same time, there's a sacrifice that comes in from that, right?
Yeah.
You know what
So-
I feel like he's up the mental thing may come from, and I'm only saying this because I've seen some interviews with some other people. So from Allen Iverson or Rayful Evans, I heard the same story about them where it's you're funding everybody else around you's lifestyle. That's where the stress come in.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm ready to quit personally,
Yep.
but what they gonna do if I stop?
Become
Fact.
the
So many
ego
people come to rely on you.
Yeah.
Right. And at a young age for him,
For sure.
that could be the case.
And then also there's the other side of that, right? There's like the side of you that enjoys it, right? And so you
Right.
overindulge.
Mhm.
And so you build these habits that create overspending. You ain't really got nobody in your corner financially.
you gotta keep doing
So
it,
now you
right.
gotta keep working because you like spending it so fast, right? Like, and so
Or you become a people pleaser. So let's say you live stream for 24 hours. They see everything you do.
right.
I was just
So
about to
let's
say
say you
that.
don't do that again.
Which
for
he's
three-
done.
You don't do
Yeah.
that again for 3 months. The fans in your comments, when you gonna do another 24 hours trip? Now you feel obligated to people because you done gave them something that they enjoy.
100%.
So there's a little stress that could come with that.
Yeah, like, and I feel like it's a two-way street, right? Like, fans have gotten to a space where it's like you do get a view of a person's whole life, and so now it's hard to get into somebody if like they not showing you certain things, right?
Yeah.
They not as interesting because it's somebody else that's willing to do that. So like this level of exploitation we talking about is happening on a whole lot of different levels. Like,
You're never gonna make
like-
a fan happy, by the way.
like, yeah,
Right.
exactly, right? So you got fans on one end who are really controlling the market because if I don't like it, I'll stop listening to it. If I don't like it, I'll stop watching it.
This is the logic from the artist. I gave you 3 free mixtapes this year.
Mm.
You're gonna buy my album when it drops in December.
Mm.
You're making an assumption. What if the album isn't as good as those 3 free mixtapes? Maybe you should have sold me one of them mixtapes. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But like that's a problem too. It's like, all right, and as a fan, I'm looking like he gave me these 40 songs for free. Why should I buy that?
Nah,
Those 10. I got these other 40 to listen to.
I feel like that's what happened to Dom Kennedy. Like I felt like the Yellow Tape was like so like this
Yeah.
groundbreaking piece of music that like hit everywhere, really expanded his audience. But then like the album took so long to come out after that, he couldn't put it on the streaming services, right? Because like licensing or whatever. So it never really got to the masses, which honestly might not be the worst thing in the world because I would buy the Yellow Tape.
Mhm.
So it's good that it's
Right.
not on Apple Music because like he should get his just due for that. Like I hope Don Kennedy see this, but at the end of the day, it's like the album came out after that and it just didn't hit. And I feel like it never was quite the same as like Don before. Now don't get me wrong, because like the album that had South Central Love on it, I thought it was like almost a masterpiece. So he's had good music come out after that. But it just seemed like once you get your business straight with the label, like now there's like this imposition as far as your creativity and like who you really want to be and like
Yeah.
your ability to
That's
change.
why the artist
Like
loves the mixtape though,
Yeah,
because
'cause
they
they get
They
Yeah,
can
free
do
to
whatever.
the samples don't got to be clear.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You don't have to. Oh, I have to have a radio hit. Like it's work versus hop. It's the NBA versus the Rucker.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can play how you want over here.
Be free.
Over here, hey, I need you not to do so many dunks because if you come down on land wrong, you might get it. You see what I'm saying? It's a different.
Exactly.
And also the part about being an artist and then
The business ain't involved.
Mhm.
right, but now when you evolve the business, you gotta add in timing too, you know. So like, so say if he dropped the album right when he was hot after he dropped the tapes, you know what I'm saying? It could be perceived differently. Like, all right, Jay Electronica, we was waiting for his album forever.
Ever.
It dropped. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's cool.
It
You
took
know?
so long though.
It's like, all right, you know
and
what
by
I'm
the
saying?
time
But
it dropped, like he had lost all the momentum.
yeah, it's like, all right, you know, and then a whole generation, then you got a whole nother generation of artists, of listeners, you know what I'm saying? Because listeners grow up too. So
Facts.
people that liked, you know, example, Lil Uzi or Lil Pump at point in time, they grew up and now they like, all right, I rock with Cole, I rock with Griselda, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just so many aspects of it to whereas though timing, business, and for the love of the game and love of the art.
You see why I said you can't make the fans happy?
Nah, facts.
Make music that means something to you.
That's what Jay
Come
was
right
doing.
back there.
Yeah.
Make something.
He know he can't make the fans happy.
It gotta be like that.
This is
Yeah.
me.
You like the old music? Buy the old music. You know what I'm saying?
100%. That was
This is what I'm on. You'll grow up and get here eventually.
That was one of them
right.
lines from him. Like that's a quotable from Jay right there.
So,
like
to speak on him real quick, this is what I like, because I like lyricists, but with Jay, it's a life quote for whatever you're going through. It seems, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a IG caption waiting to happen with Jay.
nah, fact.
Drake isn't the lyricist Jay is, but Drake give you a line every song that everybody's going to quote. So like that's one thing that I like about, and I don't own a Drake album. Drake can make a good song. All right, I can enjoy a Drake song, but I'm not looking to it for the cohesiveness of an album. Like it don't.
But he's kind of the perfect example for, I think, like what I question about that whole thing. It's like exploitation only seems to be a problem when it's somebody that we're not behind anymore. Because he exploited the culture for a very long time without us really realizing it, right? Really snuck it underneath our noses, if you will.
No, I think
he was
people-
borrowing
I
other
think people
people's
knew.
styles.
This
and
is what I'm
sounds.
saying when I say like there are levels in terms of where we're going, right? This is why this fits perfectly. Because there was a time where he was one of us, like truly somebody who loved music, who loved art, who loved culture. And he might not have been a part of like where it all comes from, but like a kid not 9-10 years old falling in love with this stuff coming off his radio with the intention of exploiting people that he's nothing like. I just don't believe that, because that would be implying that like people are like innately evil at like 8 years old. But like there are some who might disagree with that. So, but like I feel like he started off loving the culture just like everybody else, but you change.
You know
And I
what
think
changed?
people
You know what
don't
changed?
realize like
You know what changed? His bank account.
exactly. But that's the point that I'm making. Like when people start seeing greater and greater opportunities, like the principles by which they operated in the beginning, they shift or bend or break depending on who you're talking about. And I think that that's something that we like need to discuss, because if you reach the point at which I think you always hope to, everybody knows your music. And maybe you don't share a whole lot about your personal life. I mean, Kendrick was able to do that. Nas was able to do that for a long time until he got with Khalees, right? His personal life was his personal life. But then he kind of like met and married this woman at a time where social media was really starting to like blow and change the way you saw your favorite artists. And so now you got this very public relationship that becomes a divorce, that becomes a custody battle from your favorite rapper from your childhood. You're not supposed to know all this about him.
Right.
But like that's what became necessary.
But the thing is, I've always felt like, and I mean, I'd rather know about that information via the music than social media.
Fact.
But I want, again, that's the fanatic. I want to know more about the person you are. Like, have you ever watched behind the music?
Of course.
Even though this is about older artists that may have already been past their prime and their time, it makes you appreciate them as a person.
For sure. For sure.
Which makes you appreciate the music.
Same reason we used to like Diary.
Right. So I want to know that, all right, you human. Man, I'm beefing with my baby mother. You beefing with your baby mother too now? Bro.
Fact.
You a real dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that helps the music.
100%. Like, you want to be relatable.
So look, I told somebody this before about Jadakiss. I said, we know everything about Jadakiss. We don't know nothing about Jason. Nothing at all.
Facts. Until his father came.
Until recently, you on a podcast and your dad sitting
That's
right
what
there.
you
He's
got
like, yo, he
mastered.
went to this school.
Yeah.
Like, we want to know.
That's what you got to master. But you have people who are not able
you
to
can
create.
still be private to a degree, though.
People are not able to create the dividing line, though. I think that's what we're seeing in overabundance of. That's why it's becoming a problem. If these were outliers, then it would be totally different. But you got kids already doing that.
With podcasts now, though, we're going to get some of their personal business, because that people aren't going to 12 radio stations to promote their album no more.
But you
They're
know
going
as
to
well as
15
I do.
podcast episodes.
You know as well as I do that there are people who express things on a podcast or on a live when they drunk or tripping or whatever it is that you couldn't waterboard out of somebody else.
Yeah.
People overexpose, and we're not going to act
overshare.
like, oh, that kind of no, that happens.
Yeah. Oh no,
people overexpose themselves all the time. People overexpose themselves out of a career often.
Yeah.
For sure.
showing up, being a real self. They a streamer, influencer, and all of that. It happened to an Asian dude like last month. Dude got a STD diagnosis on camera on accident while he was on live. Now I don't know why he cared. Like
Definitely overshared.
Oversharing.
But my thing is like, why I want some of the personal stuff, I just want to feel relatable. I
You
want to
feel
know
relatable.
that you real and human.
You want to feel relatable,
'Cause-
but like the overabundance of it is where
Yeah,
I have the concern. And it's at this point, it feels like, do artists control the culture at all, or are we just
No.
messengers for corporations?
No, we don't control that at all.
So we're messengers for corporations.
For
Yeah.
That's what
sure.
you're saying?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a product.
you know that.
It's the Truman. It's the
Hey,
Truman Show.
you already
Come
know.
on, you got to explain.
Both are true, but the question is what is the percent?
Mm.
All right, you're a messenger for the corporation, but is it 80% for them and only 20% for you? Like we both got a part, but it's like, what is the percentage?
The house
Okay.
always wins.
But that's
Wow.
that's why
House
fans want to
always
see
wins.
so much more, because they've been getting so much perceived the corporation. They want to
Right.
see, all right, man, let me hear. I hear you now in the music. I need to see what you really about, if you're real or not, because we've been bamboozled for so many times with so many
Right.
artists. When they die,
And you know what?
behind the scenes come.
Facts.
The question is, do the fans really care if these people are real, if the music is good? Because there's some fans that
Nah,
just care.
100%.
They just care about the
Yeah.
entertainment of
Yeah,
it.
the
They do
entertainment
not
is the
care
only
that
thing
you-
that
They do not
matters.
care that you a fraud. They
The
don't care
entertainment
that
is-
you a snitch.
But it took
None
the
of that.
music to get you there, right? Like you can never forget like where you started. A lot of times it's those like the base level of your talent that gets you to those higher heights, right? And it's like you get to those spaces and it's like, well, this ain't really me no more. Like T.I. was like, I'm never gonna like perform like that again. I think he did a show recently actually.
Yeah, he
where-
took his hat off.
Yeah, took his hat
Yeah.
off. Like that, I ain't gonna lie. Like T.I. was one of my favorite rappers, but that thing was crazy. I ain't gonna say no more. I ain't gonna disrespect, you know what I'm saying, a legend, but
For sure.
it was crazy. And it's like, no, we gotta go back to what you know about that T.I., and that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Like we just gotta get back to
T.I. in the verses. I think some people sleeping on my man catalog.
one of my favorites ever. Like I say that all the time. Like hat tip T.I., like
It ain't
Yeah,
even
for sure.
crazy,
in an elite class.
crazy elite lyricism, but he makes a great song. He
Yeah.
just makes
Yeah.
an overall great song.
That was really his, like, that's what made him special in that era. He was one of the best song makers. Like, there were a lot of rap critics who did not like what you know about that. I remember that era where people was talking about, like, oh, he in movies now, like he making these like
And that was so
bops,
crazy,
like,
too, yeah.
like that was an era where people thought he was like going kind of soft doing
Before
that, and that thing went crazy.
Before I ever heard a T.I. song, this one we read in the magazine. So it was XXL, Source Mag. I don't
For
remember
sure.
which one it was, but I read a line and it was from the song I'm Serious.
Mhm.
And T.I. said, to defeat me, you're going to need a track by God featuring Jesus or Jay-Z. And I was like, the confidence, bro.
Yeah, right.
Like, because it sounded like a battle rap. To
The
me, I
king.
was like, whoa,
That's
bro.
what they was calling him
Yeah,
then, the
yeah.
king. But that's what he was calling himself then.
I do miss that journalism, though, being able to read.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We was
Mhm.
looking at the
Yeah.
back of the CD.
Yeah,
I bought the album
you
because of who was
something
featured on it sometimes.
yeah. Fact.
Now I miss like
It was
journalism,
scarcity.
period, because you also had to get things vetted back when we were getting these stories. Because
Mhm.
that's become another part of like
There's so
the
many
journey
sad
and
sides of
culture
sites. Oh
is
my God.
there's so much coming out from other bloggers, from other podcasts, like with no verification of the truth. And it's people are not saying like, I think this is what I heard, this is a rumor. It's like, no, this is a
They
fact.
present it as fact. Yeah.
And present things as facts about these people.
And then the when they have to retract the story,
They don't apologize.
you don't that don't get shared everywhere.
Exactly.
They heard the rumor 20 million times, but the fact check only got like 100,000 views.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because drama sells.
Which is why
Unfortunately.
like artists have started suing, right? Meg
Yeah.
sued, Cardi sued, both won. And it's like, nah, like it is getting a little out of control, but that's happening to media like throughout the process, like everywhere, music, culture,
So
whatever.
So I'm old. Mr. Sage, how do you feel about music today, sir?
That was some good. Yeah, sir. Thank you.
It's fluid. It's whatever you want it to be. If because everything is perspective. And I'm gonna quote the Mighty Most Def, and people ask about where hip hop is going. You got to ask yourself, where am I going? If hip hop is hold out, if you hold out, then hip hop is hold out, right? If hip hop is stupid, then you stupid. If hip hop is somewhere intellectual, then you intellectual. If hip hop is somewhere in between, that's because you're in between. That's because whatever is relatable going on with your lifestyle, it has to be able. Life is a mirror reflection. So whatever you got going on in your lifestyle is going to emulate itself back towards you. It's going to right back to you.
Right.
So when it comes down to music, you know, I'm over here just listening to everybody. Like, we talking about authenticity versus, you know, just entertainment. I kind of have to refer to this comment back on Instagram. It was a video, and they were talking about, it was like a study. I forgot the study, but you know, I was high looking at the reel, but it was some intellectual stuff. So I ain't even gonna go down to all the databases and all that. But the dude was saying that there's a higher percentage that people more than likely choose the more shittier music because no one's really paying attention. No one's really thinking deeply about the music. When you listen to "What Did I Miss?" Not a thought behind those eyes, nothing. It's going because it's just entertainment.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How often do you think about that personally? Right? When you think about like your deepest and most personal music, and when you listen back to things that you know, like little Easter eggs people miss completely. Like you listen back to when it's like, man, I killed them with that one. But it might be one that's easy for other people to miss.
Now I don't care because it's just like people, like I said, people are not really paying attention. It's I forgot how much percentage of people, but I'm just gonna say I'm a spitball at like 99.95% of people are not paying attention. 99.9.
You really think that many people are not listening? I agree. There are a lot of people who are not listening, but 99% is crazy.
Because everyone's in their own world.
Wow.
As we all sit together, we are in our own world, in our own head. I know I am for sure, but I'm still here with y'all. So it's about being present. And it's also about, like, without being philosophical, because I'm a philosopher, it's all about like self-awareness. Not everybody's not that self-aware. You know what I'm saying? Because then if you're self-aware enough, then you can relate to the music. You can relate to what I'm talking about when I'm talking about my failed relationship with these hoes. But then I just learned to accept it. And that's my whole EP now. It's a level of self-awareness and a level of self-awareness in myself as I grow.
You know what I love about hip hop? Hey. The first person he quoted was Mos Def. He's 29.
Yeah.
That's what I love about hip hop. Like, so my stepson listens, he's 20. He listens to music that I, of course, don't care for. But there's been times where, you know, I walk by the room, he tried to turn the music down, but like I've heard Nas, I've heard J. Cole. Like, you're listening to lyricists, but you can still at the same time have an appreciation for NBA Youngboy and Rod Wave and all. Like, I love people that have versatile ears like that because I do not. So I respect it, but I do not have it.
I mean, so what y'all just said is it is a mirror, right? The culture is a mirror or whatnot, but the children really is what we put in front of, because they really do care. They want to care. They want to listen. They want to understand. They want to learn. They want to know history. But we push so much, but push so much on them to the point to they grow up to get to the point where they don't care, and then they become the reflection that you see that's out here now. But like we just said, I know like little ones that's listening to the lyrics and it's like amazed by the talent of it. It is like if we just push that forward, they'll get something out of it. Like, so when we grew up, I did anyway, in the in the 90s, it was like Nas is my favorite, right? But it's through my mom who was listening to these certain artists, the Tupacs of the world, and Mos Def, Tribe Called Quest, these artists or whatever, Public Enemy. I'm curious now, right? And then it shaped me, and that type, it grew me, I would say, and now I'm a mirror of that. So I'm seeking out to these type of music and these type of rhymes, type of storytelling, and that's what I'm gravitating to. So I feel you though, but it's a little bit.
Yeah. Whether you think they are, yeah, they always pay attention.
I think people pay attention more than what we like to think. I mean, but sometimes we have the mentality like I don't even care what they think. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because then I feel like you're most creative when you're not worried about what other people think. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it comes from within. You know, like I just dropped a project called The Greatest Show on Earth. Go stream that on all DSPs. But that project really was a reflection of just something that I went through. And I'm like, all right, I gotta say my piece. And I feel like that was the best way I could do it with dignity. You know what I'm saying? And pride, and still be slick with it. And still, so I threw an album release party. I threw it on Halloween. I had all my peoples come. It was invite only. And if everybody would have came that was supposed to come, the police probably would have came after that. So like, it's just really, and it made me think even more like, well, damn, this is my bubble. This is my world. This is people that support me that I know offhand. 40, 50 people will come out and be like, yo, when is it? Because Apple delayed the drop, so everybody was texting me like, "Yo, when is it dropping on Apple? When is it dropping on Apple?" And I wasn't even expecting that many people to be like, "Yo, where's it at? Where's that?" And then when it, when it finally dropped, it's just those little things as an artist that keeps me going. Because you have people that put out music and nobody's gonna listen to it at all. Like people will put out an album, 20 streams. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and music is subjective, but I feel like I'm able to do that because of just the work that I put in. But I love the work. I love doing the content. I love being able to do things that other people really can't do as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And as a up and coming artist, as whether it's local or just underground, just being able to hit certain benchmarks for myself.
So let me ask you, what is it that you want from rap? Do you want to be known? You want to be like big and popular? Would you like a record deal? Like, what is it that you?
To be honest with you, everybody would want to be big at some point, but I would want to be big in my own way where people see the uniqueness in it and not just the music. Because I know I want people to be able to hear the music and be able to see me as well, opposed to where people hear the music and they wonder who's this. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm asking. So what's the end goal? Like, would it be getting the record deal? Would it be you have some post that just goes viral and you end up with 250,000 followers? Like, would that be sufficient for you? Like,
I feel like the goal always is to do better, and especially as an artist, you'll never be satisfied.
He has asked you this question twice, and you have
I
don't want
to. I wanted to see how he answered it, and I was going to answer.
Make no mistake, boy, I see you.
Understand?
He's asked you this question twice, and both times it's I want the best that could possibly happen of this.
Because you want a community that supports you,
that supports me. Yeah.
So basically, you want to be able to have 1,000 committed fans, and you can support
like Lil Russell. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing.
Thank you.
I mean, he said everybody wants to be big, but that ain't big.
Yeah, like the code.
That's what I'm saying. What is big though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a Skills from VA who is known by everybody and can go perform at whatever venue with 300 followers and make enough money to have his career. You got people like Rhymefest that can make money and have a career, but they're not big. So you said everybody wants to be big. I don't think everybody does.
And everybody's definition of that is different.
Success is like, you got people like Sci-Hi the Prince that made a whole career, and he one of them was with the pen, but the mainstream people, the artists know him, but the mainstream fans don't.
But to me, as an artist, that's successful.
Yeah,
that's
it is. That's why
that's what we're talking about. What is your definition of success? My definition of success.
My definition of success is to have
$1 million spending.
$1 million spending. If I have 100 people and can grow that 100 to 1,000 solid, loyal fans or supporters, that if I drop something, they're gonna stream it. If I make some merch, they're gonna buy it. They're interested in what I have going on, and that's successful to me.
So he basically want to ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, that's
so 100 supporters to 1,000 supporters. That's cool. We done with that at the end of 2026. What you want for 2027? Because you can't still want that same thing in 2029.
Absolutely,
that's not gonna work no more.
So
that's why I said, what's the end?
You asking this man his 5-year plan?
Yes.
So the pivot, honestly, is to go into to bring it to media and all that knowledge and the passion that I have about music and anime and everything else, to just bring it together and have my own platform. You know what I mean? To where as though other people can feel comfortable, whether they're artists or they nerds or they blurs, they cosplay, and that involves money, time, and travel. And that's.
So you talking about being able to throw your own tours, other artists, and maybe step back from it and then just become the guy who promotes the tours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or help other artists, or people, content creators.
Yeah, I get it. You want to see, how this thing shake out.
I do have one question though for Mr. Sage. Who influenced your style? And don't say no, because remember we was talking about that earlier. You don't listen to no other artists. Ain't nobody influence you. Yeah. Who influenced you? Where you get your style from?
Well, that'll be the top 5 question. That's like who's my top 5. So it's Mos Def, Kanye West, MF Doom. The other 2 can be like randomized people, so I'll just randomize it. it's kind of hip hopish, but more popish, like the band Gorillaz.
Okay.
I love them.
I'm that bit.
Yeah, the nice videos right there.
You know what I mean? And last but not least, the legendary duo Daft Punk.
It's a pretty eclectic list.
That was the word that was definitely what I was gonna say.
Nah, like I saw a
Everybody gonna
performance.
share their top 5 that he did that?
Nah.
Go ahead.
It's been done.
But everybody's
Go ahead, Mo,
different.
you got it, for sure.
Like, you know how everybody used to do you know how everybody used to do their a freestyle to whatever how the song was.
man.
And people like 20 people already did what I'm about to do too.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. That's actually an excellent point you make. Because if you notice over time, the more you do it, the less interesting it is. So we're gonna skip that today. But you know what I'm saying? I appreciate
That's
the
fine.
offer. You know what I mean? But I do want to hear more about like Bobby's music because I think like your music is probably for me like the one that I've listened to like a little less than maybe some of the other artists that I just was on shows with. It's a lot of friends that have been on the show. So like I'm interested in kind of where like you've come from in terms of like your journey in music and what are you creating right now? Because when I listen to your music, I do maybe hear a little bit of Daft Punk, but like I don't hear like traditional hip hop. So you're doing something else, and I want to know where that's coming from.
She don't hear the most stuff.
So in other projects like Public Enemy Tape, Volume 1 through, have I done 3? I've done 3. Maybe not. I'm probably tripping on that one. But that's more of my hip hop soul side where I get to talk about my personal things, my personal stripes. My boy AG804, he's a producer from Virginia. Shout outs to my boy. Heal fast, heal well. He was recently in an accident, so he's been ever since. So that started out in VA, and it started off playful, like on SoundCloud, where I just wanted to test my lyricism. I don't really think I'm the best lyricist in the world, but I just figured, okay, for me, doing it with my uncle when I was a kid and when they were kids, you know, I have something going on. And I used to practice, you know, by myself, by my lonesome, everything. So I'm just like, okay, I have something. Let me sharpen the sword. Let's see what it's about.
When you think about lyricists, though, like who do you have in mind? Because I think that can be like a very eclectic list.
So I would say like Malice from the Clips, Kendrick Lamar. What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Deltron the Homo Sapien or Deltron 3030.
Who is that?
He's from San Francisco. He's a
never
rapper.
heard of that one.
Yeah. He's the guy that was rapping in the Gorillaz track, Clint Eastwood.
That's
him. Deltron the
Learn something new today.
Yeah. He's cool too. So it's like in my perspective, not perspective, but in my opinion, that type of lyricism, and of course, Mighty Mos Def, MF Doom, not so much Earl Sweatshirt, but I guess him, Early Earl.
Early Earl was dope.
Later Earl
was dope too, though. I feel like that's the problem. Like later Earl was more mature. He was different. He had changed. Life had changed.
Yeah, I'm not on that level.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that's why like hip hop is the problem that it is, because when niggas start growing, people don't want to hear it anymore.
But he still has the old songs to listen to.
That's true. But that's why, like,
and when he grows and goes through something else, he might possibly visit the new one.
Start listening to it.
That's why he said it's a reflection.
Yeah.
Do you really want to go viral? Because he just named the lyricist that I don't think is all that lyrical, and I don't.
What about to say? Malice?
No, I love Malice.
Okay.
I love Malice. Out of 2 clips, they say Malice to me.
He's man. All right, who we about to say?
I'm interested.
Kendrick.
You don't think Kendrick is a lyricist?
I've never been a fan.
Wow.
I don't hear what y'all hear, and I've tried. Like my man Rob Regal, when I'm not hip to something, like Rob be knowing people when they're still at open mic level in Oklahoma, right? So I'd be like, all right, what I gotta listen to so I can be a fan? He was like, Mo, you know, he used to battle rap and listen to the Section 80 Mistake. I listened to all of it. I bought the first album, owned it for an hour, gave it away. I don't. So when everybody was doing their control responses, Joe Budden basically gave my opinion. He said not to say it's whack, but he barely give me any quotables.
Yeah.
So for what I like,
that's always the issue.
Yeah, he don't have the quotable lines. Now, can he rap? Yes, for sure.
For sure.
But I don't think he's super lyrical. Like I just don't.
Prove that in Euphoria. Gave us a dope hip hop record, but like a ton of quotables in there.
Well, I was done after the other one, so I hear
like,
it. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like maybe to me the reason why like Not Like Us hits is because it's his most quotable song.
that the one with the A minor line?
Yeah.
I think that's a bar. That's the first time I've ever thought
Yeah,
that was a bar. No, that's a bar. That's a
Somebody
bar.
who's not a fan of this guy's like, nah, that was a bar.
I still didn't want to hear the song. The beat got on my nerves. No, that line is, I'm as a battle rapper,
deep, though.
but it's because he was battle rapping.
True, that's deep. He would think he dumbed down for that. That's crazy.
That A minor line is not a dumb down. That's a
No, but as far as
line.
his typical music, right?
That's mild.
That's his mild.
When he first came out, what was it? The swimming pool full of liquor, and I dive in it. I was like, "What's so lyrical about that?" Like,
I feel like that was a fire joint though.
It's a vibe, right? It was a vibe, but
it was a vibe, yeah.
Don't kill my vibe. Yeah, that's a bar. There's
that's interesting.
B,
that
don't
is
kill
an
my
interesting
vibe.
opinion.
That's interesting.
It's like bars. But yeah, no, I'm just.
But the battle,
you know what I really don't like though? I don't like the funny voice actor.
Me neither.
I don't like that. I think that's what turned me off.
I never said that before.
But Kendrick, I recognize his talent, right?
He got the Wayne.
Like for a whole album, people know me. I can't listen to a whole album because he like schizophrenic flow. I always say that. Like he go up and down with the voices. But I do recognize what he tries to do in the music. That's why I do think he's lyrical. But that was interesting take but you battle rap, so I understand where you
certain things like that I think people don't appreciate. Like for example, I'm gonna compare Big Sean and Ludacris for one reason, right?
What?
They play so much. Sometimes it takes the validity away.
Okay.
From the lyricism. Big Sean rapping.
He do.
He do. Luda playing so much you don't realize he is rapping.
No, that's a good point.
So sometimes voice inflection, all those things make a difference in a song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
But I feel like we're at a level now where like people appreciate that because Kendrick has his target audience. Even before like all of this happened, he was still touring all throughout Paris, all throughout Europe. He been who he been. You know what I mean? But I do think that like he's to me the evolution in the music where like there was a time where like you didn't take Luda as seriously. You didn't take Big Sean as seriously because they play a lot, right? Same could be said of Eminem, right? He's not on everybody's.
When I first heard How My Name Is, I was like, who changed my radio station? Because I didn't know what was going on. And then I seen the video and I'm like, yo, he's goofy, but hold up, he's rapping. Like I heard the rhyme scheme once I got past the Hyman and him playing, I was like, oh no.
Even to me, like 8 Mile has a lot of humor in it. Like the very introduction of that song is humorous.
That's probably the same reason
why on his
I
sweater
don't
already. Mom's spaghetti. Like it starts with humor.
Same thing because he just.
But is that before we knew it was an actual restaurant? See, I didn't know that at first.
That's a restaurant?
It's a restaurant in Detroit. You see what I'm saying? So it's a double entendre at that.
That's a fire.
Most people didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So,
nice. Like, did not know that. That was nice. Like, Easter egg for me. Nah, I didn't know that actually. But that's what I'm saying. Like, now, Kendrick, who going against him in a battle now?
But you know what?
That's for real. Who won that smoke right now? Name somebody.
I wish old boy would have because
name somebody who smoke with him right now.
I think of that group,
Cole,
that Wale, Big Sean, Cole, Kendrick, Drake.
You think Cole would have been
Cole is the better rapper?
I do too.
Yeah, I think he would have. Yeah.
Although
I do too.
Although I think Wale would beat him in the verses.
We talked about this.
We did talk about this.
I said Wale a cheat code. Though.
Wale would be who in the verses?
That's because
he would have to play all the R&B joints.
I think J. Cole has the better rap verses, but Wale has the better songs. Like
when you're talking about curating a playlist, absolutely.
Okay, Wale will win the verses.
I think Wale.
That's why I say
because he's got like so many.
I don't think it's a landslide.
He got so many of the R&B bops. And that's Chaz's take on him. It's like he really more of like one of those R&B, like a Jeremiah type of. Because to me, Jeremiah ain't no singer. Like to even say that is an insult to singer. I take Jacquees singing ass anytime.
But that's the thing when somebody. That's the thing about verses. Like, when somebody plays a song, do you have the song to match with it?
He's like a Mary J. Blige. Wale. He got his own lane.
I like it.
I like it. That's
he just has his own lane. He's lyrical as hell, but it's just a vibe. The R&B vibe is him all the way. It's
for sure.
Mary J. Blige
and
was
that's a cheat code when you
talk about what Ja Rule did.
J. Cole.
Except for Wale, instead of having all the R&B female singers, he got the songs with the men.
Yeah.
So and honestly, I think the other part of it too is that Wale has been around a significantly like longer amount of time, and so he's much more polished. So even though J. Cole got a couple of them R&B joints that's real smooth, you love them, like they give you the same vibe. Because Wale has been around longer, he's much more polished. He has more of them to put on a curated playlist, which is what Versus is, right? We said that last time. So like I truly believe like Wale, like he got that.
But yeah, I
It might get close, but I think Wale got
Cole
that.
raps better than most of, and I don't feel Big Sean get enough credit again because of the playing.
Yeah, he play that.
You know what I'm saying? And when Drake decides to rap like songs like 5 a.m. in Toronto, I'm like, bro, rap like this some more. I'm copying the out. You know what I'm saying?
I like them on 4 p.m. in Calabasas too.
Yeah, the timestamp
going smack at Diddy.
Yeah, he raps on the timestamps for sure.
Yeah, he was like, I mean, it was a time where like he was barring niggas up. But as a matter of fact, I'm interested in your opinion on this. As a ghostwriter, right? Who you respect more?
Whoever ghostwrote.
Come on, man. Don't play this game. Like, as a ghostwriter, I said what I said. Do you respect artists more who like write their own stuff and you just kind of come in and maybe like fill some things in or provide some ideas? Or like, are you as a fan on some like you need to write your own stuff? What you want?
Come on.
So I actually try my best not to ghostwrite. I try to help the person think differently so that they're able to do what it is that they inquired my help for. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say you already had a verse written.
Right.
I may go through and make some suggestions, or I'll start asking you questions just to see how you already think, and then I can teach you how to think differently. Like for example, this is how double entendres are like can easily happen. Everybody, like, all right, there's 5 of us. I want y'all to tell me the first thing to come to mind. Just one thing, the first thing to come to your mind when I say the word suburban.
Neighborhoods.
Tahoe.
Pool. Cul-de-sac.
Now, between you two, the nice neighborhood and the Tahoe, it's already 2 different things. Even though they go together, whether you realize it or not.
Yeah, they parked in.
But that's why when I say suburban, I can make a double entendre because people are thinking of 2 different things. So the suburban neighborhood has aves, drives, roads, but that suburban truck
is parked in the garage.
Drives down the road, the aves, the block. Like it, they both the words can go with either one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so that's what I try to make people do. I try to get you to think differently.
Right.
So you want people to write their own music?
I mean, that's what I got.
Help. I mean,
you got it on me.
Dancing.
No.
Y'all doing it. Y'all play with me today. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing every word you say.
I don't feel like
y'all is dancing.
Okay.
You don't answer me to death.
Ask me the question straight up. Do I respect the person that writes their verses more? Yes. But you didn't ask me that.
No, that's what I got with your answer. Though. I got that answer.
But that's not what you asked, though. Of course, I respect the person that wrote more. But this is the thing about writing. Why don't we hold the R&B singers in the same regard?
That's facts.
I get it that their ability to sing is the gift. But with a rapper, we like to brag. We're so braggadocious about being the best rapper. So can you be the best rapper if you didn't write it? You can be the best performer. You're not the best rapper, though.
Absolutely.
And this is from somebody who writes for, you know what I'm saying? So
go on.
Yeah, I respect. What you thought I was gonna say a name?
I was hoping.
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, for the most part, I mean, back in the day, that's a good question. Back in the day, singers would sing about the times, but for the most part, they just, you know, in the pocket, love songs.
So this is the thing about that.
Or hate songs.
All right, but do you judge a person who author? Because they have ghostwriters too.
That's true.
I'm telling you my story, but you can word it better. It's so are we buying the words or are we buying the story?
But to me, like those are different. Like if I author a book, you have to give an author a manuscript. Like if someone else writes your book for you, you have to give them a manuscript to go through, right? Because they need somewhere, and then they interview you. And
do you think that's what happens with the singer? Does the singer tell you that their breakup song?
Yeah,
I mean their story.
I think that's exactly what happens with singers, right? Like one of the YouTubers I really like is like Queen Naja and her man Clarence NYC. So I really do feel like singers sit down with a producer in the studio and like producers go in and create records. I feel like that's how they made Coco Jones' album.
50-50, yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
Quincy Jones would come in here, hey, I like your voice, sing that for me.
and
Facts.
gave him the lyrics.
Just
Because
sing
the song wasn't a personal
100%.
song.
100%.
The song might have been a broad
100%.
topic. So
But I think
then it would be okay with the ghostwriter then. You tell me your story and I change the words up. You gave me the story though.
Yeah.
So is that okay?
Is it because
Can you be the best rapper alive? You gave me your story and I wrote it?
No, we can't.
Nope.
Is it because hip hop was birthed out of a form of masculinity, and the masculine is a more of a this is what I see. I'm the news reporter, so it's coming straight from me. Why we don't? Or I mean, I'm just kind of a great question right there.
I see it's difficult for me because I've written for other people, and because I could never take a line from anybody else. If me and Mia was in the studio and I was rapping my first 7 bars and I can't think, I'm stuck. I got writer's block. I can't think of line 8. And then she say something that fit perfect and it's fire. I hate the fact that she said it out loud because now I can't do it. I won't even use that rhyming word now.
Right.
Dang.
You messed me up.
Dang.
So
You don't need it for nothing, but I can't use it.
You're a man's man. So I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that masculinity nature of hip hop is why. Maybe I'm not saying you don't have man's are singers, but I'm the news reporter, and I need your authentic story. I don't want nobody producer come in the room and say, "Here you go, rap this for me."
Personally, I just think I'm too creative for anybody to do it the way I would have done it.
I do think it takes away from the magic of the artist, though. Because when I was younger, I used to think everybody wrote their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So then you get older,
Or misguided youth,
and then you get older, and then you become a part of the industry, and then you start doing the artistry, and you're like, hold up, what? Who wrote that song? This person wrote this song, and then you look at it from the marketing side, like, all right, somebody could have a beautiful voice, but they're not going to sell because they're not aesthetically pleasing to what the record label wants to sell.
Happened to R&B singers.
You know what I'm
all
saying?
the
So,
time.
and that's in the aspect
80s
of
and the 90s. They was writing all the records and doing all the background.
You know, a person like me would rather write for somebody else because I wouldn't be able to perform. I rap. I don't dance. I'm not getting up there moving around the stage. Like, I'm gonna sit on a stool and give you these bars. That's boring though to the crowd. So I might as well give it to you. You got all the charisma in the world. You on the stage? No, I'm gonna give it to him because he got all the charisma in the world. And the confidence, he gonna sell the words.
Right.
But the fan in me listening to it, I can hear, like Jay-Z said, you record, I recall. Like, I can tell when somebody reliving that moment when they rap, and you can hear it. No one can ghostwrite for DMX.
Facts.
Right. So are you listening to the lyrics of a singer?
Yeah, I listen to lyrics of everything.
Well, I can't. I'm asking you, but dang, you're true.
Yeah,
well,
I hear
because most people, I agree with my man. Most people don't pay attention. They don't pay attention.
Well, I don't have that. The reason I don't have that problem though is because when I'm performing, so it's a battle rap, so that crowd came to hear the bars.
Words. Right.
They came to think.
Yeah.
They ain't got no choice.
Yep.
They gonna look stupid in the crowd while everybody else cheering. You know what I'm saying? So.
Which is why, like, those audiences are who they are. Like, they there for that. Like, they there to listen. Like, that's why, like, if you miss a line because the crowd is too loud, like, we gotta run that back because y'all really need to hear this. To keep on going.
Like, bro, I just said something.
Nah. I said, come on, like, you thought I was gonna do it.
With us is a lot of. I ain't gonna say every battle rapper, but most of them can't make a song because our minds are tuned. They're set to intricate. Like we just interweaving things. Like. People can't, when you're performing, the crowd's waiting to hear that hook for the second time because they caught it the first time and they're now ready to recite it. They want to be a part of it. They can't do that with battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just don't want to say every battle rapper can't make a song because Eminem is the most selling rapper, one of the most, and he's clearly a battle rapper. He was a real battle rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Jim was a real battle rapper and had that one song with Rough Riders. Jim. Yeah, Jim, who was on Rough Riders.
Me and Sparrow will be back with us next week. She's had to leave early.
I'm a historian.
You know what serious though, Jen? He said it's 1 billion people in China and you couldn't even go play. So we not gonna do that.
I'm just saying. He had a record.
I mean, Jay-Z's a battle rapper, DMX is a battle. All these people is battle rappers, so it's possible.
Meek.
That just goes Meek for sure. Meek. That just goes to show that they're special cases, though.
Nah, facts. Bobby, you letting somebody write your music for you?
No, hell no.
For real?
No.
Nobody could write for him.
No. They're not allowed. No, even if they were allowed and I'd have to pay them, I wouldn't pay them because they're not allowed.
Yeah, we could not. You get the way he talks, forget rap. You can't write for him.
Because I'm all about, my thing is I always tell people, because people ask me, oh, Bobby, how come you haven't made any new music? How come you haven't made anything? I have not experienced anything in life yet for me to write shit, to make anything.
I like that.
If I haven't done all this time, I've been working, making money. I don't want to make no project about working and making money. Bob Marley has done that, but that's Bob Marley. I'm not me. I think that's a boring topic. Most relatable thing, a whole project just talking about clocking in and clocking out and dealing with the bullshit from 9 to 5. I mean, there are enough tracks like that.
Now, hold on now. You think other people don't have issues with their coworkers?
No,
I want to hear about dealing with them. Because I'd be like,
My
yo,
manager
I'd be like,
me
Slim,
again, I will be assaulting him. After I fuck the manager up, then I'm going to show the register. What you mean?
It's not
right, I'd be like, listen, man, Miss Williams at work get on my nerve too, bro. I feel you.
It's not to say like, oh, no one's gonna listen to that. I know it's relatable, but I just think that would be corny of me to do something like that. Let someone else do
Hey,
that.
if it's not what you want to do, definitely don't do it.
You know, I'll implement it in my tracks. You know, fuck my job, I robbed the safe and that. I'll do that, but I'm not gonna make a whole album.
When you say you'll do that, you'll rob the safe, or you mean you'll rap? Never no, but you know what? That's why people's second albums don't be as good as the first, because that's all right. So the first album is your whole life until that point. So let's say your first album came out, you were 25. You got 25 years of stuff to write about. That next album come out the next year. Now you done spent the year touring, half that year touring, doing all that stuff, being in the studio, whatever. You only lived about 3 months worth of stuff. You don't have nothing to write about. So I feel them on
That's why Kendrick used to take such long breaks. Drake too. Usher back in the day, he used to take real long breaks between his albums too. That used to be like the pattern.
You have to live a little bit. You know?
Unless you like my man Nas and just put some more of that 25 year in the second album too.
But Nas took a lot of breaks at the beginning. Remember, 4 albums in 10 years. Nigga,
whenever let's say two of them shits was through.
That wasn't true though.
Which one?
I knew he was gonna say. I knew he was gonna feel away.
And we get the big Jay-Z and Nas.
Hey, look, real talk. Was Jay right? Like
with the 4 album 10 years, right?
Yeah.
To me. So this is the thing.
What were the 2 that was through?
Hold on.
All right, Nostradamus.
You know the funny thing, some of my favorite songs is on
That's crazy.
Project Window with Ron Isley. Project Window is a great song, bro. Like, I even like the song Nostradamus. I like playful melodic sounding songs. So that song is playful. But it's some of my favorite songs is also on Kingdom Come. But people don't like Kingdom Come by Jay-Z, and some of my favorite songs is on Kingdom Come.
I like Kingdom Come.
Love Kingdom Come.
The joint, the Do You Want to Ride with Emery calling on the phone, man. You know why they call a project? Because it's a project. Like that's what? Like so.
I like Kingdom Come.
Yeah. So this is my thing about Jay-Z and Nas. Like, I like Nas, but when you compare him to Jay, it make it sound like I don't. Like I like Jay, I like Michael Jordan, but when you bring LeBron into it, it's like I'm gonna sound like a LeBron hater, and I like LeBron because it's like, why are you putting their name together and they don't? So
that's crazy.
Respect. Like that's how I feel.
That's respect. Hey.
Like, all right, so with Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic, for example, right? I love Illmatic because that man was 18, 19 years old and made what he made. Like, that's crazy. But I'm like, we comparing it to what a grown ass man did. Jay-Z was 26 years old on Reasonable Doubt. And I got everything Nas said the first time I heard Illmatic. I love the beats. I love the way you rapping. I was listening to Reasonable Doubt for 10 years before I caught everything. I was like, yo, no, this nigga did. Like, I had to grow up and go through what he went through to get it. But also, I feel like if you was outside and you was hustling or whatever, Reasonable Doubt a soundtrack for that life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So the nerds, no disrespect because that's what you called it. Okay. Nas is introspective. Is just different. So they're both GOAT tier albums for different people. That's why I don't like to compare them because they're not comparable.
Yeah.
But they intersect too.
Those two
at certain
albums.
points. You know what I'm saying?
How so?
Nas and Jay-Z. You don't think they intersect?
I thought you meant the albums.
Oh, I was just talking about like as artists. You know what I'm saying? So like for like the hood and the nerds, because Nas was hood too. He just was more conscious. You know what I'm saying? So like my whole thing is slick nerd. You feel me? So like that, like they don't go together, but they kind of do. You know what I'm saying?
You know why they intersect? It's because Jay-Z wanted the rap conscious too. Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense. I did,
but I saw
rapping like common sense. Everybody wants to rap, bro. I wanted to rap like cannabis when I first started rapping too,
for sure.
But I'm like, people wasn't getting it when I'm rapping about I'm rhyming tibia with tibia and burying your bones in Libya. I'm like, everybody want to hit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so me and my man, we call it clavicle rap. Like when you start rapping about bones and body parts, like that's clavicle rap, bro. That's like we don't.
So
can't sell that.
So can I ask y'all this? So do you think singles versus a whole project, right? Would you rather hear a single from somebody?
No.
Or a whole project?
I'd rather hear a project.
Rather hear a project?
Yeah.
I've learned not to judge people by singles. I would have never known Joe Budden was the lyricist he was if I judged him based on Pump It Up.
Okay.
These are facts. That's one of the best points.
Like my cousin came in the house one night and he was playing, like I'm asleep, and he was playing 10 Minutes by Joe Budden.
Okay.
It's a good one.
And then he played Walk With Me. And I was like, yo, who the hell is this? He was like, man, that's that Pump It Up nigga. I was like, no way, bro. No way. And then Move Music 1 through 4 changed my life, bro.
Yeah.
I would have never heard them joints.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't judge anybody by a radio single.
I call singles like the Trojan horse for artists, or it's like the runway necessarily, because it's like a single you can really laser focus where you want it to land almost. Like, is this going to be a strip club joint? Is this going to be a club joint? Is it going to be a car joint? Is it going to be a street anthem? You know what I'm saying? And then you segue people into boom, like, you know, the bait and switch. Like you said, you heard Move Music. You're like, hold up, that's the Pump It Up. Like that's him. Like, and that's, you know, and I feel like that's the beauty in being an artist too. And now in the modern era, you got people bringing back songs that a whole generation never heard, and now getting spins. It's crazy. Like the way TikTok would do, somebody do a edit, a mashup, something, and then boom, songs on fire again, artists on fire again.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite parts of TikTok. It's like reminding me about songs that I like used to love, hadn't thought of in a long time. Like it's like the same way it used to be when like you heard a random favorite song on the radio. Like, damn, I forgot about that one. Now you can just go to your phone and download it real quick. You don't have to like go to. I
don't have that problem. I'm still listening to my old favorite songs every day. I don't listen to
nah, facts. Like I'm the same way. Like, but TikTok will remind, like it's a cut close record, right? That was going around on TikTok because of a mashup. And honestly, like the combination, this is all great music. Like you combining Luther records with like exactly. Yeah. So like I really like a lot of the mashups that I be hearing on TikTok, and it reminds me of like favorite songs I've always had. But you know, you ain't heard something in 10 years, you still know it word for word. But like I ain't heard this one in a minute. This one ain't came across the playlist, and I'm a playlist person, so I might have like 400-500 songs or something on one playlist. I might not listen to this playlist all the time, so sometimes you don't move through things for a while. So like I love being reminded of like my favorites that like, damn, I ain't heard this one in a minute, or man, like this is one of my favorite songs. I ain't heard this in 10 years. Like it's nice to be reminded.
I mean, the great thing about a playlist is you could take your favorite artist. Let's say they got 7 albums. You could take your 3 favorite songs from off each album, and you done made the ultimate greatest hit situation. So how I define like greatness is when people start comparing you to you.
100%.
Jay-Z's best album is what?
Reasonable Doubt.
The Blueprint.
I'm gonna say The Blueprint.
I'm not a Jay-Z fan.
I can say as today it might be American Gangster.
Okay,
but because
that's a good one.
Because it's debatable.
I get down.
That's how you know he great. You can't agree on it.
That's a good one.
It used to be a consensus. You know what I'm saying? Like the first couple of albums was like, all right, it's Reasonable Doubt. But then The Blueprint came out.
Nah, American Gangster was like
American Gangster, one of them.
That was one of the ones.
They dropped the ball and not letting him be the soundtrack.
Nah, like for real, it was something he said on like this is not for commercial usage. Please don't categorize this as music. Please don't compare me to other rappers. Compare me to trappers. I'm more Frank Lucas than Ludacris. And Luda's my dude. I ain't trying to snitch. Like Frank Lucas is cool.
I ain't trying to snitch.
And he was going crazy.
And I think they need to bring back albums for movies. Like the soundtracks that go with movies. Like,
Overall.
Yeah.
I would say another one, the Wait and the Exhale soundtrack.
For
It's a smoker.
For sure. The
Boomerang soundtrack. Boomerang soundtrack is a smoker. There you go.
The 8 Mile soundtrack like that.
That thing goes crazy.
What's the
8 Mile soundtrack? Life had a good soundtrack.
Because Fortunate and Life, them two by themselves, though.
Nah, facts.
You playing. I listened to that joint like week, matter of fact.
It's some joints that come on these, like, I miss that era too. Like, I miss when a good movie, especially one of ours, had this amazing soundtrack behind it.
You know what I meant? Well, I don't think there's enough of in rap. Storytelling and back and forth.
Facts.
I need both of them. I need them frequently.
I feel like I'm
You said what?
I was gonna say,
if I don't get the back and forth, I'm cool, but I need the storytelling, no question. Every time.
I was gonna say that exists. It's
For sure.
Yeah, it still
What you
exists.
saying? The storytelling?
Storytelling and back and forth.
I don't hear enough back and forth.
I'm gonna be real with you. I went to an open gym this week, right? So I went to open gym on Wednesday. Shout out to Nature Boy. And like there was literally like these two different battles where it happened, but it was these two guys in particular. That's literally like they gave us like 2 16s just going back and forth, freestyling. It was brilliant. And it was crazy because like I couldn't wait to get home to like look back at the live feed from that. And then UMG pulled it down. For copyright issues, because I think the DJ, like, he was playing regular music in between open gym while the DJs were getting set up, because this was a fresh produce, so it's producers in there. So I don't know how UMG caught it that fast, but like literally that night when I went home, they had pulled it down. And that might, again, that could have been because the DJ played a couple of songs in between, could have been some samples being used that wasn't clear. It just was crazy. Like, I'm like, damn, like I was so excited to get home and watch that again.
I posted a reel one time that had Wale's music in it, and like Instagram hit me with the like, do you have permission to use this song? Do you know the artist or something? And I'm like, I literally know the artist. Like, leave my joint alone, bro.
I think the other thing is that record labels probably, and this probably happened in the last couple years, record labels probably got tired of people killing industry beats and killing it more than the actual artist that was on it. You know what I'm saying? So then it takes away from the song. You know,
three people come to mind that were absolutely great at that. 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, obviously. The other person, and it's not that he did a lot of it, but he did one song and he owned it. He from here. The song belongs to him. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Fat Trail. Shit.
What song you talking about?
That's what I would think.
No, it was Shock Glizzy on Cut It. That is his song.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Cut It is Shock Glizzy's beat now. It belongs to him, bro. I was like, yo,
fact. I'm forgetting it's not his song.
Yeah, Slim. Cut right. That is his beat. It might as well be produced for him. Like that takes something special, bro. When you make because when Lil Wayne, what was it? This is why I'm hot.
Killed that.
That song is hit. You don't want to hear the other version of the song.
Mike Jones, the Mike Jones joint, Sky's the Limit.
I'm sorry. This is why I'm hot too, but that's the one I meant. Sky's the Limit. I was just like,
and he killed Stilettos too. Like he was on a run, and I think record labels probably like, nah. So like now, if you want to be a mixtape artist, you can't even do that because your shit will get pulled down or they'll throttle your streams down. So that's why it's important to like have a producer or have an idea of where you want to go as far as with music, because they're even getting strict now as far as people pulling beats off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Or the producer tag it all up. So it's just so many, and then with AI, it's so many walls that you gotta run into and jump over and hurdles as an artist. Like it's crazy now.
I'm not feeling AI at all. Like I just don't like fake, period, bro. Like
facts.
Now the benefit, I'm about to get some Beanie Siegel music, and I appreciate that. But outside of that, I don't see no beneficial. Like I don't like AI at all.
Facts.
My whole Facebook timeline is pictures that don't look nothing like the person. And I'm just like, y'all gotta relax, bro. And there's a video of some guy that's like 9 foot tall dunking on people. Like, stop, bro.
It's gotten a little out of hand because like some of this you really can't tell no more.
Yeah.
Like, I done seen videos with Pac and Kobe Bryant and all that. I was like, what are y'all doing? Stop.
It's gotten extraordinarily strange. And like y'all know these people gone, right? Like
Right,
doing
like
these little videos with a minute, like doing Kobe eating Popeyes or whatever y'all be doing. Like it's ridiculous. Like these people gone.
Like we don't even remotely believe it, bro. Like stop. Like
people have gotten out of control with that AI. Like, and I mean the effect that it's having like on the environment.
What's the effect on the environment?
Seriously,
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
The level of water that it takes to power, like to cool those things so that they could be powered, right? Because if you don't have a cooling system for those data centers, they completely shut down. They don't. They run on that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So
Microsoft puts.
They
data
put in
centers.
the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Microsoft, they put data centers in the ocean now to keep them cool, but also they're building it in Maryland, some parts of Baltimore, where they're trying. I feel like
that's the problem.
They might
married to a whole tech.
They're basically going into poor communities and contaminating all of the water because it takes millions and millions of tons of water to run those things.
And then your electric bill is going to go up.
Yep.
Gas is going to go up. Everything else goes up because of AI.
But once you got water contamination in an area, like have they fixed Flint yet? You know what I mean? Like
I've been. It looked like it was very desolate for a long time prior to that water situation as well.
Truly. Which is the truth in a lot of our communities throughout the world, right? Like if you really look around, I always like when I go out of town with my friends, I feel like a lot of the guys want to go to like the hood. So if we go to Memphis, they want to be with like Yo Gotti was. You go to Atlanta, like So like I feel like a lot of men tend to do that. I find it to be odd, right? Like I don't get it, but I've never gone on a vacation with a man and that didn't come up in some way.
I wouldn't do it with the significant other though.
Yeah, like, but it's come up, right?
Yeah, for real.
And it's always like, why is that? Like, why do you feel the need to be like connected to these communities that your favorites are from? Like,
see that wasn't my reason though. So
I just think like
I see what you're saying, but that wasn't my reason.
that
I just be wanting to see what a place is really like.
Right.
Like if I was not from here and I visit Washington, D.C., I want to see more than the monument,
which makes
in the White House, because you want to see what you've just seen on TV. You want to see the real side. You know what I'm saying?
That makes total sense. That makes total sense. But for me, I've been to a whole lot of ghettos in a whole lot of places. There's a similar look to all of them to me. So like that would mean that there's a planogram for poverty that exists everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
And like hoods change as you start moving into other countries.
Hey, yo.
Like,
see, you can't do that with Kendrick bars. You can do that with Hov, though.
Oh my God,
Hov did.
Yes, sir. Yes,
look at
sir.
it, man. Chaz, move it to your segment.
Shout out to Mr. Lamar. Odom won.
Oh man, all right, yes, sir. All right, this segment right here is called Flip the Script. So I'm asking questions, zero questions, this or that. Pick your answer and just kind of give a brief why you chose this particular answer. All right. Would you rather be fully understood while you're alive or misunderstood now, but properly honored after you're gone?
The second part. And the reason being is just because it's a battle to have everybody understand you thoroughly, 100%. Only you yourself know yourself. So as long as you cool with that and stop trying to like grab outside value or outside verification, that two-step verification BS, and just leave it to the one-step verification, which is you. Or if there's a two-step verification, you need verification from God. Cool, let it be that. But don't be getting no verification from people that bleed the same blood as you do, no matter the type.
For sure.
It's corny.
And ain't gotta have no hell to put you in.
You know what I'm saying?
Validation is for parking.
Yes, sir.
So
he balled up, bro.
I like that. I feel like it's a two parts to that. I want my flowers while I'm here because I don't want them to put them on my casket when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Because when you die, and we've all had somebody that may have moved on, the world continues to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You only get one life, 75 years if you're lucky. 1 through 18 don't really count. So it's like you're 20 through until you hit the dirt. So while I'm here, the people that are actually genuine family, and just because you blood don't make you family, because sometimes you gotta pick your family, which are your friends and people that you resonate with spiritually. So I say, love me while I'm here. And then you can tell how somebody lived by how long the funeral line is or how many people's at the funeral. And, you know, and if I live a great life and I leave my legacy, then when I'm gone, I'll be understood still too. As long as you do what you're supposed to do while you above ground.
Yes, sir. Okay. I feel like I know this next one, but would you rather outgrow your community to protect your peace or stay connected even when the community misunderstands or drains you?
The first option.
Mm.
First option.
I'm listening.
It's personally, to expose myself is already like that personally for me, with family and all that other stuff. People outgrow each other, people have fallouts and everything. I've learned to accept things for what they are. So if it's a matter of separation, then cool, let it be so. Because whatever you try to do to try and fix it or to try and mold it back together, sometimes the other party doesn't want to do that with you, or they don't know how to do that. And if you have the patience or not, that's also a depending factor. It's just a whole lot of factors into it. So it's like with me, I'd rather just outgrow the community because sometimes the community can do you dirty too. They cannot acknowledge you. They can gas your head up and throw dirt in your face at the same time. They can put you on a pedestal while knocking you a peg or two down. Anything. So it's just like, all right, outgrow this community because there's always another community, or if you just want to rely on yourself more often, then I believe that's eligible.
So for me, it's a very fitting line from the movie Departed, where he says, "I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me." So I've watched that happen in real time.
Right.
Like my label mates, Crips, whole gangbangers and all that, right? So they respected the fact that I wasn't like them. Like our common bond was rap.
Right.
But they wasn't trying to make me join a set or go ride and drive, but none of that. And now they do all kinds of community givebacks.
Right.
Because that's what they seen me do. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
I would say for your, when you know yourself and if you know a lot, sometimes you outgrow people and you outgrow certain communities and platforms, and so I'm all for leaving, and you can call it a nest or whatever, because people get comfortable because they become insulated with things and insulated with yes men, and it can stunt your growth as well. And the man who knows a lot is a very lonely person. So when you know certain things and you see things from a bird's eye view or a panoramic view, and everybody else is just kind of, in a way, you notice when you outgrow certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a weird feeling, right? And you go back one more time to sense that familiarity. But if it's not there, or if you feel like, all right, this is what I have to do, I don't need the validation of XYZ. People are going to be mad regardless when you move on, or when you grow, when you outgrow them, or when you're doing better. You know what I'm saying? For yourself. And that's just the way it is. So you should be able to move on without feeling away or without looking back, and you can build your own community. You know what I'm saying?
Just for clarification, I'm saying I'm staying.
Yes,
I'm a be me within it. Like it's a Bible quote. It's saying you can be in the world and not of it. Like I don't have to, all right.
Yes, sir. I was. I already knew that. You gonna answer that?
And the whole time I really think like you're entitled to move on if that's what you choose to do. There's nothing wrong with that. People grow, people evolve past a moment, past like, I mean, Ye did it. And sometimes there's consequence, right? To all that you learn and all that you become accustomed to, all you see, all you get privilege of within, that period of time. But at the end of the day, like you can always leave. You can always grow. You can always evolve. As long as you do that with class, it's fine.
Right.
Nothing matters more than that. Like if you're going to walk away from something, walk away from it. But like, don't sell your soul, like trying to prove to people that you were the bigger person in this, or like why you had to do all of this extra. Like none of that is necessary. And I always feel like when it comes to like a separation from anything, the loudest ones is usually the ones that like trying to get their story out there first. So I think that like you can just walk away from something and like not have to like shit all over it in the process.
You reminded me of one thing, like cancel culture, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things I personally canceled that don't nobody else know I canceled.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh,
y'all still rock with that? Right. That should be like you don't have to. I'm like not trying to impress you that I cut something off, you know. Right. And I don't have to badmouth it either. I'm just
I always wonder like the necessity behind it. And I get it, like some of this is just like selling. Like there's a business that I'm running. Like this is a part of my actual life, which in one way or another makes it part of the business. And so it becomes a part of like the marketing. It becomes a part of the branding. It becomes a part of the sale. I get that too. There's always two sides to this, right? And nothing comes out of nowhere either. If you have the worst of opinions about something, it comes from something. But like, is that my business? Should you be telling me? That's really the question that I feel like people got to ask themselves when walking away from something. And as long as you're doing that, like as long as you're good with like that part of it, whatever the answer is, I may not agree with your answer on it, but as long as you good with it, right? You sleeping good at night, I'm straight. But I think like, you know, we got to answer for everything we do in this life. We got to answer for the choices that we make, the ones that maybe got us that money a little bit faster, but we knew who we was hurting. We know where we accountable. We know what we responsible for, whether we admit it or not, right? The blood is in the water and we're going to have to answer for it. But I think like my whole thing is whether it's music, whether it's the people that you're giving to, whether it's like the multitude of spaces that you create in, like as long as you honest in them, and as you grow through your journey, as you go through your journey, like you keeping it a buck with people along the way and a buck with yourself, you can't lose.
All right. Speaking of honesty, I got one more, just because you brought honesty up, right? And that was perfect segue. Would you rather teach the younger creatives the game, like talking entertainment, obviously, with honesty, even if it kills their dreams early, or let them believe the fantasy and learn the hard way?
I don't even have to answer that.
Yes, you do.
You already know my answer. I'm gonna explain it, but you know the answer. Go ahead.
I'll go with the second option. I'll let them learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way because I wanted to learn the hard way. Everybody that told me the easy way out, I was just like, nah. I can't learn from you telling. I can't learn. I'm the type to.
You hard headed.
Yeah, I'm hard headed. I'm not. You
stove, you gotta get burnt.
Yeah, I gotta get burnt because you telling me the stove is hot. Okay.
Is it that hot?
Is it that hot though? That you telling me that the stove is hot?
That's
like,
true too.
Don't touch the fire. The fire's burning. Well, for you, I don't know how it's gonna work for me. So let me figure it out.
Maybe like what you consider to be hot and what I consider to be hot are different.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, Taco Bell got mild sauce.
Thank you. Oh man, that's what's up.
I mean, I ain't trying to misguide nobody. I'ma definitely tell them, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, Santa ain't real, the Easter Bunny fake. Like, I don't like fake, man. Like, I to the point where I don't like Marvel and DC. Like, I want a autobiography. I don't even want the biography. Like, I want it authentic, 100% true and real. You know what I'm saying? So I can't want that and not give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work at a school. So I'm gonna tell the kids, hey, listen, I know you see Kasana getting $1 billion off this. Like, that is not
typical.
Yeah, like that ain't average. That's not the regular thing.
Every Casanat is 25 Chris Sales.
Yeah, I'm just like,
I don't even know that name, but
yeah, like
that's the point.
Everybody cannot shoot like Steph Curry, bro. Like, it's just not reality. Like, I want you to, yes, anything is possible and it can be you, but it's also other factors. Like, do you have the work ethic? Like, you seeing the end result. You don't know what they put in, and are you willing to do that?
See, you know what I'm saying? Either.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta be real with yourself. So it was a poster I seen earlier today, and it was a Michael Jordan quote, and it said something about success starts with or something does it with failure. Basically saying keep going, keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't bring myself to get that because I'm not putting the word failure on my. I don't want to look at the word failure. Like I don't want it in my head drilled in. You know what I'm saying? So like I bought the Kobe picture, I bought the LeBron picture, and I was gonna get the Mike joint, and I'm like I couldn't because of the quote that was on it. And keep in mind, I told you I think Mike better than them, but it's what was encompassing the image. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna always tell them the truth. Like, bro, this you think that rapper and what they saying is true? Like, nah, like so-and-so rapper that tell you all this dumb stuff, he got 2 college degrees, or that one rapping about lean and don't even do drugs. Like, I'm gonna tell you it's real. You know?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with them. I'm not gonna try to rain on their parade, but because to be an artist, you do have to have some level of optimism and delusion within reason. But as long as they know, like, listen, you can open that door. It's gonna be tough. You can get to the other side of the gauntlet, but this is what's in the gauntlet. Now I'm telling you what it is. And then, Bobby be like, well, I'm about to go see, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta be able to do it in a way where as though you don't sound like a hater. You have to have
delusion. How you explained it is definitely important. Yeah. The audacity of hope. That's what Barack Obama said. You gotta believe. I mean, because if you don't try, no one's ever going to succeed at it.
You agree with that, like that specific line though, Bobby? Like you have to have delusion.
You gotta be crazy. Look at Kanye.
It's only crazy until it works. It's only wild to other people until it works.
Legit nuts. Every one of them.
Equivalent exchange. It's a
Vincent Van Gogh cut his own freaking ear off, and he made astonishing art pieces.
Bobby Fischer was weird, bro. Like, he ain't want to talk to nobody. Like genius comes with crazy.
All genius.
Yes, insane people. You too analytical. You breaking everything that like, oh my god, nah, it can't happen because of this, and the third. Like you have to,
you do have to be insane. All right, when you break, you say,
you think so too, Chance?
You even putting your stuff on social media. Putting yourself out there to be judged. That's a level of you know how you think you look to yourself, but then when other people. You know what I'm saying? So I might
start a clothing line with you now. We're gonna call it genius and we're gonna put the number 730 right under it.
Let's do it.
Now, no lie, like I'm inclined to agree. Because like if you think about what is so normal about us posting on social media now, right? 60 years ago, if you had told people I wake up in the morning, I film my breakfast or the smoothie that I'm drinking, I watch a timeline of hundreds of thousands of people who do the exact same. I watch people eat their breakfast. I watch people raise their kids. I watch people serve their community. I watch people make music videos right from their phone.
You talk to somebody on the other side of the planet in real time.
I mean, that's what I agree.
Certain villages in Africa.
You gotta have a little bit of that.
So it's like all of this is insane.
You gotta think outside the box.
Because to be sane is to be reasonable, rational, and success takes a level of pain, suffering, struggle. So the sane part of me, our bodies don't like pain, right? Even though struggle is ordained, but you have to have some type of, irrational to go through that struggle, that suffering. So
but Joe Budden was kind of talking about that too, though, right? Like when he was talking about like a lot of artists don't survive the industry because their nervous systems cannot survive it. Like the things that happen to you, like the amount of rejection, going viral, is always kind of terrible if you're not used to this. Because for every 1,000 great comments you get, you get 100,000 bad ones.
So can I piggyback on that? So I went viral this year off a TikTok video. It's almost at 1 million views. It was just me being myself. Like I bought a wig from Walmart. It's supposed to be a puffy wig. It ended up looking like a Prince wig.
What were you talking about?
Huh?
What were you talking about in the video?
I was just talking about. I was like, I bought this wig. It's supposed to look like this, and then I did the camera flip or whatever. But I didn't know it was gonna go viral. Then, like a couple of days later, my cousin hit me like, "Yo, you on World Star?" And then like it's just. So then the anxiety comes with like, oh shit, how do I follow this up? Because I've never, you know what I mean?
Everybody's looking now.
Yeah, everybody. So then you're like, all right, hold up. 995,000 people have seen me. You know what I'm saying? Those are the thoughts that kind of run through my head.
But the paradigm is going to shift though, because you only have to be insane because the environment is insane. Like it shouldn't be a norm to get the success in the environment of the industries and stuff to be foolish, strange behavior the way it is.
Right.
It shouldn't be normal. That's why suicide and the mental illness is all crazy it is. So the paradigm do have to shift, but you have to have a level of sane just to get through this atmosphere we living in now.
Right.
All the norms are like, none of us are normal because of what the norms are.
Yeah.
Like, how many funerals have you been to by the age of 30? Like that's not you're not supposed to be accustomed to it to the point you don't even cry. Like Jay-Z said, be like, damn, I was just with him yesterday. Like that's your response to finding out somebody died.
Yeah.
You know, like that's crazy. Like the normal, like you should be like, yo, I wonder what his kids gonna do. They just lost their father. How his mother feel? Like you really you go somewhere else with it though. Like the normal stuff that we see ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? Like being at a school, knowing that there's kids that have to rush out of school to go pick their little brother or sister up, like they doing parental duties.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I see that.
Like it's kids that might hustle out of a necessity. They might not eat otherwise, or the school lunch look nasty, but you ain't get no other meal. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not supposed to be normal. The stuff
they don't got no money to pay for school lunch, and because you got school lunch debt, they won't let you eat, which is insane. These are children.
That's crazy.
The fact that we live in a country that pays you, that charges you to learn is crazy. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You pay tax on stuff that you was already taxed on, that they took tax. Like the whole system,
capitalism.
That is fine.
And especially because you pay taxes on things that like there was a promise made for you to reap the benefits of that. Your Social Security.
Listen.
By the time I can get Social Security, it might not even.
Oh, we're gonna be working until we 80.
And how long did you say you'd be lucky if you lived to?
75.
Damn.
But you're gonna work 5 years past that. To get
and now they want you to and now they
money that you work for. Come on now.
Now they want you to do a 50-year mortgage.
Which is crazy because they know you're not gonna own it.
There's no way. Like a 50-year mortgage, first of all, you'll save on the high end $300 a month for something that's gonna cost you $300,000 in interest. You're never ever gonna own that. It's basically an apartment. You're paying
for sure
to live in an apartment that you can never break your lease on.
Yep. And then don't forget, you got some people, they buy a house and they end up house poor.
Yeah.
So they have a house, but they still poor. You know what I'm saying? Like
you got grown up responsibilities.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I feel like so many people forget all the other things attached with like those responsibilities though. But like either way, most people buying a house is late 20s, early 30s, right? And then later in life, depending on what happens and how things go. But like 50 years means you're never gonna own it because you ain't buy it until you was 30.
And the bank,
you don't own your house till you 80.
You will own nothing and be happy.
Yep. Pay taxes and die.
That's just like you get released from jail. You on parole until forever. You know what I'm saying? Like they want you to come back. It was a setup to begin with.
We like you out, but you on parole, you on probation for 40 years.
Yeah, like
you just did 15.
You do one thing, you getting all the backup time. Yeah. Like everything a setup, bro. It's all a setup.
I ain't going for it. Like
everything's a lot. Shout out to Wale, man.
Yeah.
Fact.
That was my favorite album from him.
Yeah, that was fire.
I seen a lot of people saying that.
It was because I felt like that was him. I just felt like he would just let his head down and go.
So I'm a before I tell you my take on the album, I'm just want to point out how fickle fans are. All the positivity I even in this area, if you know how hateful this area is, I seen the most positive comments. I'm talking about from regular people, not even people I know from the scene. Like I see somebody note on Instagram say, "Okay, Wale," and stuff like that, breakdowns on Facebook and everywhere, right? And I'm just like, the math ain't mathing though. The first week sales look like his first album sales, which was a flop.
You talking about Attention Deficit?
Yes.
Wow.
If Attention Deficit was a flop and it sold 26,000 first week, this album sold 22. Do we blame that on streaming or fans? Like people not, you know what I'm saying? Like you just follow through. Oh, everybody else said it's high. I'm gonna just write it. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you really hear it? So, how I felt about it, I don't rush to give an opinion. So when I first heard it, like I went through it real quick. I listened to it at 4 a.m. I'm like, I woke up real early. I'm like, oh, it came out at 12. Let me listen to it. So it's like it wasn't. I don't like Blanco because
What?
it sounds sad to me.
I mean,
And then you talking about drowning your sorrows in a bottle. I don't drink either, so it's not relatable.
The album.
That's all.
No. I mean, I'm saying the overall tone of the song sounds sad.
I mean, the album sounds sad.
No. So the Belly, I think, is one of them ones.
I like that one. Yeah,
that's one of them ones. I think the Watching Us joint with Leon Thomas is fire. That probably could have been a lead single. I
agree.
I don't think the singles came out in the right order. I didn't like Where to Start at first because I was like SWV sample. This joint gonna be it, and then I was like, it's not what I thought it was. But then now that I sat with it, he got like bars in every verse on that song. It's wordplay like crazy. Overall,
he leaned into what he's really good at.
Overall, like I think though for me, I prefer the beats, like the vibe. The album's a vibe because of the beats and the samples. But it's not my favorite in terms of lyrics.
Facts.
Even though there's some very quotable lines on there, some really, really good lines. But I want to hear like more rapping. Like I feel like Belly and maybe one other song, like in the Survivor joint. I appreciate that because he finally opened up and gave you some of how he felt, whatever. Like he held back on that for a long time. But like I be wanting to hear songs like on The Gift. I think The Gifted is his best album.
Okay.
So like when him and Meek is rapping, I'm like, they rapping. Maybe it's because somebody else is on the track with you and you gotta match that energy. But it's not my favorite album though. It's not my least favorite either though.
And also I thought like TCB's version of Blanco was actually better.
I mean, Coco's gonna make anything sound better. When do they miss?
Steph gave me that one, and I 100% agree.
Yeah, when is Go-Go gonna ever miss with a remake of a song? The history of time, they don't. You know what I'm saying? The industry owes DC the biggest thank you in the world 100%. For remaking their songs. Like
Pieces of me.
What? Like, hold up. Who Simpson? What? That ain't Miss Kim's song?
Yeah.
You talking about owning a song? That ain't Miss Kim's song? Like my brother didn't even know Thug Passion was a Tupac song.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, yeah.
From here, backyard, like he did not know Thug Passion was a Tupac song.
We recently saw that with Lloyd, right? He came in town. Lay your head
of a certain generation and age, you would not know. It was good. Like Raphael Sadiq's Still Ray is incredible on Raphael Sadiq's album, but with Backyard,
I'm coming home to you.
What?
Backyard, my favorite.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's real.
And Hello sounds good, but there's some songs that I wouldn't have liked the regular pop culture version. There were
some songs I did not like the regular pop version.
Like because they did enough, not actually Roar. The Katy Perry. Like, had I not heard Backyard first, I wouldn't have never because I think I was sitting in Popeyes, me and Kobe, watching. Like, we listening, and Roar came over the job. I was like, it still sounds good, but it don't sound like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the industry ODC something serious, bro. From fashion to everything.
Definitely fashion.
Fashion for sure. Fashion. That's what I miss about this area. We used to be so original.
We used to be so unique.
Like
everywhere we went, we knew who we were because nobody dressed like us.
For sure.
And there was a young lady on TikTok who came out this week and was talking about like we started this whole leisure wear thing. Like y'all acting like because there's so many like leisure wear brands that have gotten huge, like $1 billion revenue. Like Aloe is a good example, which is like look like all days to me. Like logo change and then we moving on. Like, but there was a time like Hobo, Makunu, like All Day, Shooters, Madness. Like we were our own economy as far as fashion went, and you was fly.
Look, when around like one of my earlier years when I first started rapping, people to me sounded like they was from here, right? And then they got to this time where Atlanta was running radio. So everybody wanted to emulate what was on the radio. The thing that they weren't thinking about is by the time you get popping for that sound that's already on the radio, past that wave. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, it was artists here sounding like they were from Atlanta. And I was like, why? like
Then
appreciate
Chicago.
them. Yeah. Then we sounded like we was from Chicago.
Yep.
I'm like, that's why we don't get our turn. We keep trying to follow everybody else. Stop.
Yep. Free call music was just our version of Atlanta trap
And drill and all. Yeah, I'm like, bro, this not us.
with some drill sprinkled in. Is free call music over?
I don't even know
Are we
what
done
free
with that?
card music is. I'm gonna be honest with you. Bro.
Music for the
Like
youngins.
I mean, no, I know the term. Like I do not know what it is.
I
Like,
think-
It's No Savage.
again, I don't listen to no rap
Nah,
past Wale, J.
what
Cole.
really
and
got me
Kendrick and all
listening to
them
No
time.
Savage was I watched Lamont Roach's like training videos on YouTube,
Mhm.
and like his intro is
Yeah, I
a No
heard him
Savage
walking
song,
out. Yeah.
and like his intro on the videos has always been that song because it's like how the fuck is this trying to play with a Reaper because his name is in it.
I know the artist name.
Yeah,
I know all the young
I've
artists'
really,
name,
yeah.
but I don't know their music. Like
Facts.
at all.
I'm starting to age up too, man.
I feel like everybody's gonna get to that point though, and
Yeah, of course
that's
you do.
really what my concern for the next wave
But
of
that's
music
why I don't
is,
try
though.
to speak on it though.
Who's
Like I'm not about
memorable
to down
anymore?
it.
You know, I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, wow, I haven't heard anything from him in a long time. Was Lil Baby,
That's because
and he was like running the game at one point.
that's because his flow never changed. Like he literally raps the same cadence, same way about the same stuff, and the beats are the same type of beats.
Why.
No,
I agree with
That
that.
can't be why.
Y'all don't think so?
Yeah.
He got style.
I think he spit.
Boy, you can
He got,
spit.
He got
he got
bars.
bars,
But
but he
there's
got
a lot
style.
of there's a lot of rappers that have rapped the same way for 20, 30 years. Some of our favorites.
Pusha T.
So that
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
so I'm saying
Thank you.
I'm just saying that can't be the reason.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So you don't think he fell off? You don't think he got stale?
I call bullshit.
Or you don't
I'm just saying your rationale for
No, I'm
why
just
he
saying that
fell off
reason
does not
ain't-
make
ain't-
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
reasoning doesn't hold up.
Common rap
Yeah.
the way he rapped before. Jadakiss rapped the
Facts.
same way.
Common been rapping the same way for
Pusha T is a
years.
great example, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the greatest example.
Man.
20 years of
And-
coke rap.
and
What are
they
you
cried
talking
him.
about?
Kiss was rap the same. He ain't changed it up.
For the longest
You know what I'm
time.
saying?
I just don't.
Fabulous too. He really didn't have the same cadence since 2008.
I mean, they not going to change their case. So that's
That's
not
my point.
We just saying
People
that's
still
not the
fuck with
reason.
it.
That's not the reason. That ain't the reason.
The
Exactly.
reason being is what you said, the baby or little
Little
baby?
baby.
Little baby.
Lil Baby.
Okay, so the
Because
reason,
the baby, like, he priced himself out of his market.
yeah, I don't know with him. I know. I mean, the same thing with Little Baby because I think it was that picture where he was at the all white party.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably killed it for him right there.
Yeah.
Probably
I
killed
do
it
remember a
for
lot of
him.
Glad
people
I'm
talking
not
about that. I'm not, like,
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm not here.
My
I
man
definitely
had his
remember people
arms
talking
around
about
him
that.
like this.
Yeah. And he was
they
embracing
look
him.
around
Yeah,
the way.
and then all the scandals started rolling out right after that. So then I think a lot of people are looking at the industry now with like a side eye, almost like,
Yeah.
what did you
Said it
do
like
to
that
get
the
there?
whole time.
Yeah, you was
Like,
hip
I've
already.
always
Yeah,
thought that.
Yeah.
Nah, facts.
Don't nobody
I
wanna
mean,
get
you know
touched
that
on.
we know, but the
Yeah.
average person
I
is
I
probably
always
like,
thought that.
Because
Yeah.
they was never paying attention in the first
yeah,
place.
right. You know, the average
They
person
call it
probably
knuckle
like,
dragger. That's
But
what they call
again,
it.
some of them don't. They,
smooth
some of them,
break.
some of them, that's what I'm saying. Some of them, you give them something hot. I think the industry weird is on the what. Like
That's your best one.
Yeah.
I was in the late for a weekend because
I ain't come up with it, but
They call it Hollywood.
yeah.
It's a lot of strange stuff going on. I mean, who knows? He probably didn't want to do something, and then they probably like, all right, you know what? We're gonna cut you at the cord. You just never know. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody get their time.
They can make
man.
you hot. They can make you cold.
And instantly piss somebody off and
Yeah,
watch your
you
career
know.
end immediately. You be blackballed fast as I don't know what.
Nah, yeah, facts. And speaking of ending, it's about that time.
Yeah, Dan. Okay.
We've been that time.
Yeah, we've been wrong.
We've been past that time.
Yeah, like we might have to edit some of this one out. Like we got our lovely cameraman back for the day. Shout out to Shot by Steph. Make sure y'all follow him on
Appreciate
IG.
you, brother.
Yeah.
Helping us with the promotional material for the live event January 25th at Dry DC at 381 Morse. So make sure y'all RSVP, links in my bio. If it's not in Chaz's, make sure y'all put in the comments that he do it. But Steph is helping with everything, videos, so we can make sure we getting some promotional material out. But really, it's just about conversation, right? So we getting into a little bit of mental health just because like our men are going through that and it's important. But we really just trying to have a good time, like every week. Like we come in here and we sit down with people that we respect, sit down with people who have had impact, sit down with people who matter in their communities, right? And whether the whole world knows them or not is like irrelevant to me, because I really appreciate everybody that takes the time to sit in these seats. So we want to make sure we thank you guys for coming through today. You know, like I said from the beginning, Mo, you have like such an important story, like with such deep roots in this community, and like you deserve your flowers. So
Appreciate it.
appreciate you for that, bro. And again, Bobby, I just feel like, to me, like you remind me so much of like the I saw on Genius, like where anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really hoping like I get to continue to see like your growth in your journey as like a creative, right? Because you do so many amazing things.
Thank you.
And you know, G, like you really like building your fan base, like doing it organically and just like hitting the right spot. So
Appreciate
much
you.
respect for like, you know what I'm saying, like how I'm seeing you grow and evolve and like
Thank you. Appreciate that.
remain yourself. But I'm of course your host at Mia Was Here. Make sure you follow the podcast at You Weren't There Podcast, IG, TikTok, all the things. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And I'm gonna pass it to Chaz to close us out.
Yes, I'm Chaz DL. Oh man, January 25th, like she said, we're gonna break down this mental health topic. It's just time heading 2026. We gotta make changes, man.
Sure.
Time is dictating that, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Continue to build network, what Mia say, horizontally. We're gonna do that. So, but I thank you, gentlemen, for real. Really, I enjoyed tonight's conversation. Yeah, go get that ticket, man. Come see us. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all for having us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, we out.
Thank y'all. God bless y'all. Good night. You weren't there.